Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Astartes Anonymous podcast, where today we will be taking some time to undertake a most important task. With the renaissance of Warhammer 40k and the ever closer release of Space Marine 2, we could potentially be closing in on an era of Warhammer 40k gaming not seen since 2004 and the release of Dawn of War. So, we figured it would be good to throw around some ideas. With a little luck, Games Workshop will actually lend an ear, listen, and, Emperor willing, act upon. And who better to join us for this episode than the man who gave us the inspiration to actually take this concept a step further and turn it into an episode than KrakDuk himself, who, as you can see, has brilliantly and lovingly recreated our avatars in his own style for this episode. So, without further ado, I am once again trapped in a dilapidated space hulk with the gaming storyteller, aka Alex, aka the South African 40k guy, Aaron, aka the Great Hercules, aka Cabbage Patch Supreme, and our wonderful guest, KrakDuk, aka Devin. I'm your host, Tom, and these are my co-hosts.
Hello, I'm Aaron, and I have never played a video game in my life.
Excuse me?
What? Wait, that wasn't in the script.
I thought we were supposed to say we're gay.
Hi guys, I'm Alex, also known as Gaming Storyteller, and I am Dutch, not South African.
Hi, I'm KrakDuk, and I'm super gay. That's what they told me to say, but I guess we're talking about what we are. I'm
not editing that out.
I'm not doing gay takes.
That's staying there. That's staying in now.
There wasn't a legally binding intro. You didn't have to do what he said.
Oh, what? I got tricked. You guys can't bully me like this. This is hazing.
Oh, God. But seriously, no, I mentioned it in the intro. The avatars. Gentlemen, you can actually see your avatars if you just scroll up in the references and images. These are adorable. These are adorable. So, Devin actually sent these to me earlier in the week, a few days ago. We want to do a fun little thing, because Moots was away on holiday this week. So, we were sort of struggling with the idea to get him to make an avatar for Devin. And so he suggested to me, well, why don't you just ask Devin to see if he'll do one in his style? And then it sort of became a case of, we'll just do all of them in Devin's style. And so here we are now, every single one of us, in the original KrakDuk garbs.
Yes, indeed. You got crackified.
Oh, we did get crackified. We did. But they're wonderful. They're wonderful. I love how Aaron's avatar just looks so joyous.
Yeah, I know.
He just looks so happy.
I made his eyes not hollow because I thought the beady fun eyes would be cute.
Yeah, man. He's just happy to be here.
Have you seen the pixel art one someone did of me a while ago?
That one looks freaking awesome.
It's fucking haunting, but I love it, yeah.
No, I like my little eyebrows. My eyebrows look great.
Is. Yes, I noticed all your Astartes had eyebrows, so I was like, I want to do that.
Stares through
I don't think I've ever drawn eyebrows on my characters until now. It's the new era of KrakDuk.
I think the reason there's... I think the reason, like... Wait, did you put eyebrows because we have eyebrows on our actual avatars?
Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I think Moots did that is because it's kind of hard to add expressions to...
Oh, no, it really is.
Helmets. So I think this was just his way of making that easier for him.
You say
you kind of have to play with, like, the Space Marines kind of have, like, a brow line with their helmet, but, like, even then it's kind of hard to show. Because when I first drew yours, Tom, it kind of looked like he was, like, surprised, not like, I guess, I don't know, whatever your expression you would describe it as. Yeah. But then the eyebrow really helped. No, it does a lot. It makes it really sort of easy and natural. It's a very cartoony style that blends well with what Moots does normally, and it's nice to see that it's transitioned to yours just as easily too. Oh yeah, no, it was really fun to draw these, and I think they did really translate quite well.
I find it funny you say it's hard to do emotion through helmets, because my mind just cuts that fucking Power Rangers clip of him doing his fucking laundry. And he just looks to the right, and he has the helmet on. He just looks to his right, and there's a washing machine, and it just cuts back and forth. And it's like tangible. Like, just what's going on in his face.
No, those are masters of the craft, though. Power Rangers, they know what's up.
True, actually.
I'm a freaking amateur.
Yeah. So before we get onto the models of the week, there is something I really, really wanted to ask you about, and I'll put them on the screen behind me now. I'll put 2 pictures on the screen behind me now. One is a picture of a guardsman with a power fist that Devon has painted, and the other is a space marine.
Oh, yes.
I need your green recipe, and I need it now.
Okay, yes. It took me, like, since I started painting to develop this recipe, because I'm really, like, OCD about my paint colors. And I was like, no, that's too blue. No, that's too green. And I finally landed on one. So do you want me to just, like, go into it, or what?
Yeah, give me the green. I need the green recipe. I need it right now.
I
looks
went
awesome.
with Stynylrez Black, and then I coat it with one half AK Cold Green and one half AK Forest Green. Or I think it's Black Green, not Forest Green. And then that's the base coat. And then sometimes I glaze, sometimes I don't. On that guardsman, I did glaze a little bit of I think it was Cold Green mixed with AK Lizard Green. And then for the highlights, I do Lizard Green mixed with some of the Cold Green. And then I do a pure Lizard Green. And then I do Cerebite. Oh, no, not Cerebite Green. Is that it? Wait, let me look real quick. Yeah, Cerebite Green mixed with Lizard Green. And then I do another highlight of pure Cerebite. And then I do Cerebite with Gauss Blaster Green from GW. And then I finish it off with one like thing of Gauss Blaster on the like uppermost highlights. I don't know if it translates like to all those steps on the picture, but I do go a bit too hard on my guardsmen.
No, I get it. I'm mentally on there with you.
I can send you a picture of my recipe sheet afterwards if you want.
Yeah, if you do, I'll post it on the screen and post.
Okay,
because
perfect.
It's absolutely incredible.
I don't have it on
it's just
hand
such
right
a
now,
lovely
but
green.
I can find it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm finally happy with it after like years.
It's so powerful. It's so good. And to make a green that you can put, I mean, look on the guardsman. To make a green that you can put next to another green, and both of them still have their full definition. They still stand out next to each other.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I was like, green on green is
lovely.
a no, but I think it came out nice.
And the red guns. Oh,
I love the
40K.
retro red guns. Yeah, that's my favorite thing
they're
ever.
Just great. They're utterly amazing. They're really wonderful.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate it.
And this, gentlemen, I believe, is a perfect segue to our models of the week. So, gentlemen, our models of the week. So, the first one was actually chosen by Red, who, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you view things, isn't here with us today. But Red really, really wanted these in here. So, gentlemen, our first one is by Thomas Nekoboy. And I think we actually showed off Thomas Nekoboy before for the same things. These are, I believe they're called, I was about to call them Protectotrons. Is that what they're called?
Protectrons, yeah.
Does anyone know their Fallout lore? Is the one for the big Fallout guy just isn't here for us to show off these Fallout models?
We talked about Fallout.
I genuinely don't know.
I know one of them Slim Jim or something.
Oh god, I feel like every word that slips out my lips is another beating Red's going to give me for not knowing enough about them. But nonetheless, Thomas Nekoboy, these are splendid. I love the paint jobs on them. I love how they look. I love the actual artistry of the actual picture you took.
I love the little car.
Of them.
That car
I like the little scene. That's cute.
Yeah, it's so vintage. I love it. It's great. Really, really, really great job, Thomas Nekoboy. So yeah, moving on to the next model of the week. This one was chosen by me because I haven't fucking chosen one in ages. So this is by one of our patrons known as Castle. And Castle has created an utterly fucking exquisite chaos-blooded cultist of some variety. And the non-metallic metal on this is fucking juicy, Castle. This is amazing.
That red
that one looks
so nice and contrasty. From a distance and even up close, it just looks so striking. Mm-hmm. Absolutely beautiful piece. I also really like the purple, like glowy inlay in the axe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's a really nice accent color to it.
I'm always a sucker for red and green, so I already like this one.
I think the choice to make the gas mask brown as well is something that a lot of people
it matches the
don't think about. It's a very kind of, it feels very the dirty, gritty World War I kind of horror when you see a brown gas mask. I think it's lovely. No, really, really exceptional job there, Castle. So, moving on to the final model of the week. This was chosen by our wonderful guest, Devin. And what have you picked? None
cool
other than a whole ass Squigoth. Now, this is really quite excellent, because if you watched our last episode that released last Friday, we did a wonderful tier list where we took 15 or 16 different critters and kaijus from across 40k, and we ranked them in a tier list as pets. And our number one was none other than a gargantuan Squigoth.
He reigned supreme as the only perfect pet.
He did reign supreme. The top dog, indeed.
The walking house.
Yeah. No, I really liked how the blue and the red looked. It looked really cool.
No, it's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. He's done such a great job. This is by a Lord Kibbleston.
Good job, Lord Kibbleston. I applaud you.
I like the wah on the shoulder pad. I like the written text on there.
I'm
also a big enjoyer.
That makes me like it even more.
The beaky on the top as well as a trophy is always a great touch.
Oh, yeah.
Love the beakies. So, yeah, no, what a great piece.
I just want to live in it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm always scared to paint big models, so I'm really impressed.
Oh, big models are so much fun. So much fun. I think it was, oh gosh, when was it now? It was a couple of years ago I painted my first Imperial Knight.
Oh.
Getting the opportunity to do big blue gradients. Because, obviously I'm not a very good painter. I'm an okay painter, right? I'm a good painter. But when something is so much bigger, doing the things that are harder on a small scale become easier on a big scale because, well, you got more surface area, right?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just kind of impatient. I painted a Baneblade and it took me a few days, and I was like, man, I want to be done, but this is really cool.
No, it is. It's really wonderful. It's really wonderful. And Lord Kibbleston, I hope you take this thing to plenty of games, and I hope it crumps many beakies. So, gentlemen,
excuse me.
Shall we move on to our main topic of the week? Of the episode, even.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, this episode was in no small part at all inspired by a video on Devin's channel. And if you have not seen Devin's channel, it is, as the title says, KrakDuk on YouTube. Devin is currently one of, if not the fastest growing Warhammer 40k YouTubers on the platform. You have pulled, correct me if I'm wrong, 23,000 subs from 0 in barely 2 months.
Yeah, I think it might be around 24 by now, but I'm not sure on that. I haven't been checking.
Right, well, I'll check.
It just hit 24. Yeah,
it just hit 24 right now. And by the time this video goes up, mark my words, we're recording this on the 9th of June. When this video goes up, it will be the 14th of June. I shudder to think where you are then.
Oh, I hope I just don't hit a brick wall and just die.
That would be very unfortunate.
That would be so unfortunate.
Yeah, my channel just freaking stops. I would be sad.
I'm calling it now, and now that I'm on podcast, I can say it. I'm calling 300,000 by the middle of next year.
I hope you're right. That'd be cool.
Your channel is blowing up to such intense levels. It's amazing.
I'll hunt down Major Kill. I'll personally kill him. No, just kidding. Major Kill. Maybe you should cut that. I don't want 40k drama. He would always say, he's like, I'm coming for you for all the other channels.
He would. No, he would. That's fair game. But no, I reckon... Ooh. I mean, if we take a look at his numbers, there's precedent to believe that he could pull that Devin here could pull 300k by the end of this year.
Yeah, I mean,
you've been making what? For the last couple of days, you've been doing what? 2,000 subs a day? If you can keep that up for 6 months, you will be at 300k by December.
Yeah, I think it's been around that, which has been pretty crazy. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah. Before December, even, you'll be at 300k if you can keep that up. So, a toast, boys, to Devin's great success. But with that being said, if you navigate over to Devin's channel, you will find a video that I watched about a month ago, called 5 40k game pitches, Warhammer 40k discussions. And I left a comment on that video basically saying that the boys and I had, basically thought of some of these before, had some ideas, had some similar parallels to what he had spoken in that video. And really, it was just so great for me personally to see this video that you'd made be brought to life,
Yeah.
And it got me thinking. When you came into the Cognite, which is the Warhammer 40k Discord for all the creators, it sort of became obvious to me quite quickly that I had to message you to get you on.
Yeah, that was awesome to see. I was like, I'm happy to be on the podcast. I like the show.
Oh, well, I mean, we really appreciate that. When we were talking in post, obviously we were talking with you in post, but for the audience's sake, we were talking to Devin in pre, sorry, not post, in pre, and found out that he'd watched a bunch of the episodes, and that was it's just weird to me. It's just weird because you're going to be bigger than us in like 4 months.
Oh man, no, it's weird to talk to some of the people in here because I have watched them before, and I'm like, wow, now I'm talking to these people I've been watching. I'm like somewhat starstruck.
Oh, you don't need to be. Oh god, no, we're all just dudes. Oh, we're all just guys. Everyone's just a dude. Everyone is just a dude. It's so it's literally so crazy. Out of all the people in the Cognite I've spoken to, which is like the YouTubers now, there isn't one of them that isn't just a dude. You know,
everybody I spoke to was really cool.
Yeah,
except for that South African guy. I forget what he's called. He has anger on his picture though. He's kind of weird.
Yeah, there's something Storyteller, I think.
Yeah, what a strange dude.
God, what is this slander?
He's a bit of a knob in my opinion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to make enemies out here.
I have no enemies.
The Swedes have a lot to say, to be fair. Yeah.
The British nails are ticking.
So, with that in mind, what we wanted to do was to kind of go around the campfire one at a time and pitch an idea. And just sort of see how it goes, and have those conversations and see what kind of wonderful stuff we make. I know some of us have put a little bit more planning into ideas, some of us a bit less, a little bit of here and there, So if it's all right with you, gentlemen, I think I'll go first.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I've been sat on this idea for a very long time. A very long time. In fact, as soon as I first heard about Warhammer 40k and then learned about the Horus Heresy, I knew that this was something that I needed in my life. In fact, if this comes to be a thing, in the next few years, I probably won't play very many video games afterwards. I'll probably just need this. So, I'm going to give you a premise. Did anybody here play old school Star Wars Battlefront 2?
Oh, yes.
On PlayStation or Xbox or whatever console you had it on.
Never the original.
Yes, sir.
But I played some of the new ones.
I think you stole my idea.
Okay.
This is what I wrote.
Did I steal you?
Well, not stealing.
Did you write?
Yeah. I wrote something similar.
Oh.
If I know where you're going with this, I don't know for sure, though.
Well, let's see. Because if you have thought of this too, then, well, great minds really do think alike.
No, we got two minds talking on this idea.
Let's go. I'll tell you what. Then we'll go through what I've written for it, and then we'll jump on yours, and we'll see what happens, shall we?
All right. Let's see.
So the way I think it'll work is 2 campaigns, right? Just like Star Wars Battlefront, just like the first Star Wars Battlefront, actually, rather than the second one. I think the second one had 4 campaigns, or no, the second one had loads of campaigns. But whatever. You got 2 campaigns. You got your Loyalist campaign. You got your Traitor campaign, right?
Yeah.
Each one of them will cover all the big story beats or the big battles of the Horus Heresy. So everything from the first one will be, obviously Istvan, which would be this wonderful one. Maybe it'll start, with the Sons of Horus. And this thing, I said this to Alex earlier, right? The first and last campaign mission for either side for the traitors will start with the Sons of Horus and it'll end with the Sons of Horus. Not too sure about the Loyalists, but whatever. So, you'll follow all the big story beats for the Horus Heresy, yeah? And that'll actually help in a few ways as well, because that's going to define your map pool as well. And just like Star Wars Battlefront 2, this can actually create a scenario where you've got your void battle kind of maps.
Oh, that'll be cool.
Well, if you think about the battle above Calth sort of situation, the word bearers and the Ultramarines, that kind of thing, I think it's a perfect fit.
You see like Gilliman wrecking shit in the background as you're like shooting down some heretics.
Well, it's brilliant you say that, because each legion, in my little idea here, will have 2 or 3 heroes. 1 or 2 of them will be a named Space Marine legend, right? So for the Ultramarines, it could be Aenid Thiel, right? The guy who made the red helmet a symbol of honor, or Chapter Master Marius Gage or something, right? But then your third hero that each legion will have will be the Primarch himself, yeah?
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
But I was thinking a little bit more, because in Battlefront 2, different maps kind of give you access to different heroes, don't they? So you could say be on the campaign mission playing as the Loyalists for doing the Burning of Prospero mission, right? We have the Space Wolves versus the Thousand Suns. But guess who was there during the Burning of Prospero? Constantine Valdor. Huh? So you get part way to maybe it's a 2-part mission, The first part of the mission, when you get the chance to play as the hero for that mission, it's Constantine Valdor, and it's in the second part where you get to play as Leman Russ.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, actually.
I think so. But these are all just this is all just silly ideas up in the air. We actually put some real notes down for some of the groundwork, right?
We worked on this.
We really had some back and forth. Like, you could take different legions or divergent legions, right? And some may have special classes and vehicles. Actually, I think I need to throw this out there. If you're still not keeping up with us and you're still not sure what Star Wars Battlefront is, but you somehow sat through this first chunk, let me explain. It's a big open battle. Lots and lots of bots running around, and intermingled amongst the bots are players, ostensibly. So it's just huge battles with lots and lots of bodies, ostensibly, yeah? Does that sound about right, boys?
Yeah, Battlefront's freaking awesome.
Pretty much.
You actually feel like you're in a battle.
Yeah.
You got different class systems, support, etc., sort of thing, weapon choices, but
yeah,
it all feels the sort of same. Yeah, you do your bit.
If you don't know about Battlefront, a thing you can do is as you rack up points from killing people, you could buy the hero and then become him. So that's why we're talking about these Primarchs and stuff.
Exactly. And so one of the things I was thinking is different/divergent legions may have access to special classes or vehicles. For example, the Space Wolves, right? The Space Wolves, at some point, someone's going to say, there's going to be a wolf. There's going to be a wolf. There's going to be a wolf. It's going to happen. Later on in the Heresy, so actually, before they fully got corrupted by chaos, but later on in the Heresy, the Emperor's children did have access to sonic weapons, right? Mm-hmm. So all sorts of other things. Special jet bikes for the White Scars and so on and so forth. So you could imagine that different classes, for example, maybe special kinds of tech marines for the Iron Hands, or special kinds of librarians or esoterists for the Thousand Suns, different things. Because there's loads of special classes and special unique units in the Horus Heresy that can represent this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, doesn't Battlefront have that 4-class system? I feel like that fits the Devastators, Tacticals, and Assault Marines. Yeah. I don't know if that directly translates to Horus, but yeah, that'd be cool, I think.
No, yeah. I think
throw
it'd be
some
just fine.
breachers. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that'd be badass.
And each of these would have their own mechanics, wouldn't they? Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, I got to throw it out here, right? If you do the whole sort of campaign system of going through all the key events, eventually you're going to get to Beta Garmin. Oh. There's going to be the one mission in the campaign where it's all Titans. Everything is Titans.
Yes, that'd be freaking awesome.
That'd be fucking hilarious. I would love that.
Hell yeah.
But we're coming up to the bit now where Alex and I, when we were sort of throwing ideas back and forth this morning and last night, what all that effort really went into. And here's what we've done, Devin.
Yes.
We've created a list of a passive and an active ability, or an active and a passive ability for every single legion.
Oh, nice. That's kind of what I had for my video, where the For Honor but 40k. I thought that's how the chapters would work. I think that is a really good idea for the differentiating the chapters, but still kind of being roughly equal,
Yeah, but it gives them their own flavor.
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys thought of.
Well, it's all such a headcanon, right? When it's on table like this, just as a discussion, it's just brainstorming. We don't have to worry about the balance. We don't have to worry about it being perfect, right?
Some would argue they don't even worry about balance when they're making the games, so we're totally fine.
I mean, I'll be honest. The most fun I ever had playing video games was playing video games that weren't balanced at all.
Oh yeah,
I'm
looking
at you, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 2010.
Yes.
No balance at all. You were great, though. I love you.
No, I thought you'd say Mordhau, to be fair.
Mordhau is... Mordhau has interesting balance, but I have a lot of love for Mordhau, but its balance is... there's a big fat fucking question mark on that. Yeah.
I like Mordhau, but I'm freaking garbage at it.
Oh, God, I love Mordhau. Oh, God. Right, let's not talk about Mordhau, or we'll be stuck all day. I'll end up having a whole conversation about it. So, the first one, the Imperial Fists. So, active ability. Unyielding defense, right? Mm-hmm. I got really stupid with the names of some of these. We got really stupid with the names of some of these. So
that's the fun part of
ability. Well, that's it. That's it. You can just have so much fun with it.
You feel
really
like you're a
easy
game designer.
brainstorming.
You're kind of role playing.
Yeah. you also feel like you know better than game design.
Yeah,
really
exactly.
Too.
No, that's how I felt. I got on my freaking.
Of course,
high
we're
horse.
professionals.
Yeah, we're all professionals here. We've played games. We know what it's like to make them.
Oh yeah, I mean, I was sat here writing this thing. GW, you're missing the trick, big time.
Yeah,
like
no, for real.
Like,
GW
it must be
like,
so easy.
Yeah, no, it literally is. It's so easy.
But Imperial Fist, right? Active ability. It's called Unyielding Defense, and all it does is it temporarily increases the health regeneration and damage resistance of you and all nearby friendlies.
Oh,
That's
I
it.
like that.
Simple. It's simple. It's it's just it's very Imperial Fist. It's everyone gets a bit tougher, and everyone's health regens a little bit.
I like how it goes to like your friends. That kind of plays into like, I know it's not like supposed to be literal, but like the phalanx like type deal where it's like together you're strong. That's actually really cool.
Exactly. But their passive ability is very flavorful. It's called Indomitable Defense.
Oh, perfect.
And whilst it's basically whilst the user is on or near a designated structure, and that could be whatever it could be by the game's determination, whether it's a friendly structure, a structure with a command objective on it, or something erectable.
Maybe a bastion or anything on those kinds.
Yeah.
But whilst the user is on or near a structure, their rate of fire and reload speed increased significantly. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
So
I
it's
like
that whole Imperial Fist thing of it really wants you to find somewhere to sit, stay, and defend,
hunker down.
right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you get bonuses for doing that.
Plus, I assume you have a bunch of heavy bolters on your team, so that would really like get pretty nutty.
Yeah. You'd want to with those Devastator squads, those big heavy weapon squads, right?
That'd be pretty awesome.
The Iron Hands. I haven't got these in any order, by the way. The only order I've got it is it Loyalist all first, and then Traitor afterwards.
Iron Hands have a special emote where your head blows off.
No, they've got a special thing. If you smash the right keys in the right order on your keyboard before the hero appears, you can play as Headless Ferris.
Perfect. Yeah. Konami coded.
Yeah. It's great because it sucks for them because Ferris dies in the opening cutscene.
No, I know
it's
for
terrible.
real. You never get to play him.
They've only got like 2 decent named characters as well. It's like shortchanged always.
There's just some random no-name like special character. It's like, here's this guy.
Oh, Brother Sergeant Bingus. But he gets all the Primarch abilities because no one else could have it.
Just a super
the
powerful
Iron
Forge Father.
It's just a big tech marine. That's it. It's a Terminator tech marine or something, right?
No, he gets to borrow one of the other Primarchs. They don't even get their own.
No one loved Ferris though. It's like apart from the guy who cut his head off. So who's gonna step in? Oh, there you go. They get Valdor. They get Constantine.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no, it's just Malcador.
Oh, Malcador.
It's just Malcador. It's an old man with a walking stick doing like the fucking acrobatic Yoda thing
style or something.
Yeah, literally.
That's like the Knights Errants. Just put Nathaniel Garrow there.
Perfect. I like that.
That'd be cool. I fucking love Nathaniel Garrow. Right. So Iron Hands. So their active ability is called Machine Resilience, and what we've written is temporarily increase the damage resistance of the user, so not everyone around him, just him, by a large amount. Also, this effect also works if the user is piloting a vehicle. So the idea is that you could, instead of keeping everyone around you like a little bit more defensible, you can just do just yourself. But it also extends to a vehicle, so it's that whole thing of Iron Hands vehicles are just, more durable, right?
Yeah.
Or you can do more with them, what have you. His other ability is called Cybernetic Resilience. And this was a very simple one. This one was, a lot of these are like really quite simple because we didn't feel the need to like overcook these,
Yeah, I feel like you want them to feel like pretty much the same, but like just slightly different, just for that flavor,
Yeah. Well, that's it. You don't want them to be huge, like, because this is the thing. Like, games like this are defined by loads of people doing loads of things and pushing lots at once, not by one person having X, Y, or Z. Unless you're the Primarch, in which case, Well, exactly, yeah. But the next one is we call it Cybernetic Resilience. It's just take less damage from critical attacks, and it's the idea that Iron Hands, after Ferris ate shit, the Iron Hands slowly started to embrace the mechanical thing. I mean, they actually did before he ate shit, but it's this whole thing that you're swapping out bits of you with augmetics and bionics and stuff, and that's kind of the idea, right?
That's pretty cool, yeah.
Right, next one.
Oh, if I could interject before, I think it would be funny if they
please.
had an active ability called Vengeance or Ferris, and they get like a headshot. They take less headshot damage. Just to really
that would
make
be
Iron War fans best off.
That would be the same thing, though, wouldn't it? Right? Because that's where your critical hits are going to be. So
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I was thinking. There's this game I play where like critical hits could be anywhere, but it's just like it's a random. Oh, it's Risk of Rain.
Just a chance.
I fucking love that game.
It's just because in Risk of Rain, it's just a random chance you get crit. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we
Imagine
go.
that dude from Gears of War, where so his whole bit is like, oh, that's why I wear a helmet. Like, it's like,
What is it like
the whole fucking time.
But the next one, gentlemen, is the Blood Angels. And we actually had a lot of fun with this one because we actually put it all into the one ability and then we split it in half. So their active ability, if you couldn't have guessed, is called the Black Rage.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's essentially says temporarily melee damage and movement speed boost. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so it's a temporary. So basically, the Black Rage activates, and suddenly you can move a bit faster, but it prompts you to get into melee. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should also give you like maybe like a range debuff. Like you just can't use your bolter as good because you're just going freaking insane.
We have something that has that.
Oh, you do? Okay.
We have something that has that. You'll like it. No, you'll like it later. You'll like it.
Okay, cool.
But their other ability is called the Red Thirst, and this feeds into it as well. This is the passive ability that's always active, and it's simply that Blood Angels will regen health when they get melee kills.
Oh, I love that. I love when games do that.
So the idea is that, okay, the ability you can activate temporarily prompts you to get into melee and do more in melee, and then your passive ability lets you benefit from that, right?
I like that a lot, actually. I like the synergy between it. You just go Doom Guy and a bunch of horses.
Oh god, I don't want to spoil it, but we really overcooked one of them later. That is a little bit like
There's an overlay on your screen where all your enemies are Horus now.
You'll remember when we get there, Alex.
Okay, I got you. I don't want to spoil things for myself.
God.
So the next one, the Dark Angels, right? Mm-hmm. The Dark Angels, I feel like in hindsight, are more of a tech kind of choice.
Yeah, they have a bunch of like the artifacts and shit.
Yeah, so their first one is called Esoteric Vengeance, right? And it's basically you and all nearby friendlies gain a minor, just a small damage buff to ranged and melee. But you also get an overshield. You know, the overshield representing, so it's basically just an extension to your health bar, an immediate extension to your health bar. Mm-hmm. But it's representative of the fact that the Dark Angels get the Archaeotech, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They get the weird stuff. And the tiny bit of extra damage buff is, again, representative of that. Yeah?
Yeah.
This one I was never, super sold on, but I still liked it as a concept. I liked the visual of the idea of, okay, there's the Dark Angels here. Before you kill a guy, just remember he might pop this overshield, and then suddenly he's a bit more threatening, and you're going to spend a bit longer trying to kill him, right?
No, they're, pulling wacky things out.
Yeah. And the other one, I think is great. The other one is called Plasmic Vengeance.
I love plasma.
All I've written is Dark Angels wielding plasma guns. So this is their permanent passive ability. The Dark Angels wielding plasma guns have a 0% chance to self-destruct on overcharge. So the idea would be in the game, you could get a plasma gun. You can overcharge that plasma gun.
Just go insane.
And when you overcharge it, you might go kablooey.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
You know? But the Dark Angels would be immune to that, and that would be their special passive.
And then I would assume that one of their special troops would be like a Deathwing Terminator with the plasma cannon, so that might even be more nutty.
Yeah, well, there's a special Dark Angels Terminator unit in the Horus Heresy who are all wearing their Relic Cataphracti, a special Dark Angel-themed Relic Cataphracti Terminator armor, and on their wrists of the armor is a wrist-mounted plasma gun.
Yeah, that's badass. No, sorry, I don't know that much about 30K. That's not my wheelhouse. So if I say anything stupid, just cut it out so I don't look dumb.
No, don't worry. You're going to learn today.
Okay,
don't
perfect.
worry.
Yeah.
I'm going to put stuff on the screen for all of these.
Yeah, I'm like a 40K type of guy, but 30K's always been interesting.
30K is so much more streamlined.
Anything more streamlined than 40K.
That's fair. It's hard to be less streamlined than 40K. But speaking of a Legion having different weapons that do things, the Salamanders.
Oh, I love them.
So the Salamanders, their active ability, we've called it Forge Fire. Mm-hmm. Yeah? And it would simply temporarily boost the damage output of the user's flamer or melter weapons significantly.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
So it's just you temporarily load in your special Prometheum and cook a motherfucker.
Oh,
and
yeah, I like the fluff reason for it. That's a good one.
Yeah, and they will always master artisans, which, with their weapons as well as their armor, which leads to their passive ability, which we called master artisans. And it's simply that they take significantly less damage from flamers or melter weapons.
Oh, I like that, yeah. Especially if the flamers, I know in Helldivers, I don't know if you guys play, but like the flamer leaves some fire on the floor, and you always die to your own flamethrower in that game.
No, our head moderator for the Discord, a guy called Krok, used to play a fair bit of Helldivers. I'm sure he's sad. I'm sure he's listening to this with a smile on his face right now.
It's like, oh yes, it got mentioned.
And so the next one is the boys in blue, the Ultramarines. So again, we kind of weren't sure how to do them. We wanted them to be simple, but not simple. You feel like you can do anything with the Ultramarines. It's a bit weird. So we just kind of went with our guts on this one. And so their active ability is called Tactical Precision. And it basically significantly increases the accuracy of nearby allies. Okay. And this is a really interesting one, I think, for a game like this, because there's so many bots running around, right? Yeah. So many bots running around and doing things. And I think there'd be like a hidden bit of like a hidden part of the mechanic, whereas if you use this ability near a bunch of bots, the bots will opt to stay near you and try to ping shots off because they're hitting better now.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I feel, maybe. The idea that you do this and then suddenly there's a good reason to squad up on whoever's doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And their passive ability, which I think is great, it's called For Ultramar, and it's simply that Ultramarines can capture objectives slightly faster.
Yeah, that sounds super fitting.
Yeah, it's simple. It seems really easy. I feel like it might be a cop-out, but I don't see it being a bad choice.
Those type of abilities in games, those are always the most OP at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, that's it. We wrote caps objectives slightly faster, right? Yeah. How does that manifest? Is it slightly? Is it a lot? Is it the kind of thing that gets nerfed on day 2 because we're not game devs? It's always at the start. Oh, it's so easy. Oh, it's so easy being a game dev.
Oh, it's freaking easy, yeah.
And then they have to deal with hate mail because they ended up implementing this.
Yeah. Why do we put this in? This was a bad idea.
Let's not do what fucking Battlefield 2 did. Oh,
what did they do?
Yeah. No, Star Wars Battlefront 2 kind of shat the bed a bit by making everything microtransitions.
Oh, the new one. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was
they fixed the game, though. That one's super fun, actually. But on launch, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, there was a lot of hatred.
Yeah.
But gentlemen, we are getting through these. I want to get through these a bit faster if we can.
Oh, yes, sir.
So the next one up is the White Scars. Now, I love the White Scars. So their active ability is called Swift Assault. And it simply means I've written significantly increase the user's movement speed whilst moving or sprinting.
Gotta go fast.
So they basically just hustle, right? They hustle, they move it, they schmove it. And their active ability is called Lightning Assault. And I love this. It's just White Scars have unlimited boost on bikes.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, that's a cool
The idea that bikes in the game will have boosts, like a boost setting. Think like the Ghost from Halo, yeah?
Yeah.
But if you're a White Scar and you're on a bike, you just keep boosting. You just keep going.
Just
go crazy.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 as it just flies by at the mac and cheeses.
Boom, boom, motherfuckers.
So the next one... So the next one is for the Raven Guard. They have an ability called... they've got an active ability called Shadow Masters. It's simply temporarily become invisible. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
I love it.
Kind of like
invisible.
Halo
You're a Raven
camo.
Guard. Yeah, literally. Oh, yeah. There we go again. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many mechanics from games chop and change, and like they use them between each other, so it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And their other one is called Shadow Strike, and I've simply written is users do more crit damage, and so the idea is that if you're a Raven Guard, you want to be stealthy, you want to be out the way, you want to maybe have a sniper rifle to get that more crit damage.
Yeah.
And the next one is the Space Wolves. We actually really struggled with the Space Wolves a little bit, didn't we?
These were really hard.
Yeah. But
I'm saying that we should spawn in 2 wolves, but you called me stupid for that, so I guess we're not doing that.
I will admit to the audience, I did in fact call Alex stupid for that. And the problem is...
I like that idea.
Because I've admitted that. I now know people are calling me stupid because a lot of you probably like that idea. But what I think we went with at the end was an active ability called Winter's Howl. And it basically means that all nearby friendlies have a chance to stun enemies with their attacks.
Okay.
I think it's the idea is like the ice theme, the wintry
that
ice
makes
theme.
sense. I feel like Space Wolves are kind of hard to do because like they also fill the Berserker role that like Blood Angels and World Eaters do. But like they just aren't as defined as those other two.
Yeah, well that's it. And their other ability, their passive one, we think works a bit better. It's just called Pack Hunt. And it's basically just whilst near other Space Wolves. So obviously, again, you've got all these NPCs running around. So while Space Wolves are near each other, slightly increase their sprint and movement speed.
Okay.
So the idea is if you
together.
Yeah, so if you're in a pack, you hunt as a pack. So it just sort of prompts you to be with your team a bit more.
Yeah, that seems like a fun buff.
And that, gentlemen, is the end of the Loyalists. So, moving on to the Traitors. Should we start with the Sons of Horus, or should we move our way backwards? What do you reckon?
Let's start with Green Supremacy.
Let's start with the Sons of Horus then. So, the Sons of Horus have an active ability called... So the Sons of Horus, we kind of wanted to be, like, strong at face value, but, like, not necessarily, like, the strongest, kind of. Mm-hmm. It's weird. We had an idea in our head at the time, and it just made sense. So we'll just go with it and see what you guys think. Their active ability is called Lupercal's Fury. The idea of like the Space Wolves, they like to chant Lupercal over and over again. That's what the Sons of Horus do. And it basically just reads, very slightly increase all characteristics of the user temporarily. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you
like
do the chant. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, everything just gets a little bit better. And their ability is called Tactical Supremacy. And Red actually was here when we put this one together, and Red actually said it kind of makes sense because more so than any of the other legions, the Sons of Horus, as in the Marines of the Sons of Horus, they just kind of all become better when Horus is around. I know that's true for all the legions, but it's more pronounced for the Sons of Horus.
Yeah, don't they basically worship him?
They kind of do, yeah. Big time. Because he's not just... Even before he ascended to Chaos, he had a whole sects of his legion that put him in worship above the Emperor.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
And so the passive ability, Tactical Supremacy, is again very slightly increase all characteristics of the user when a friendly character is in play, i.e. when a Sons of Horus legend is on the battlefield, or Horus himself.
That's a good one.
And so the idea is you can stack these two, so like if both of these two things are active at once, it kind of all comes home, you know?
Yeah, then you're just like really strong. Yeah. Like once your character comes on board. I feel like that's pretty fitting with like the War Master joining the battle. Of course, everyone's going to get strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they always fought like a spear tip, right? So it's like the moment their character is there, they can just absolutely crunch an area. Right. And it only maybe lasts for 30 seconds, and they're going to absolutely destroy your team in the meantime. Yeah. But it's just a spear tip destroying a part of your formation, and then you continue to fight as normal.
Yeah.
Which is really flavorful.
Yeah, no, I think that works. I think that also like indirectly like makes it a more of a oh shit moment when Horus comes on the field, because it's like he should be the most oh shit Primarch to come on. He's the like War Master.
Absolutely.
Imagine getting a pop up and it's just Horus the War Master has arrived.
You're like,
but it's the only team you play against where everyone on your team knows when you're playing against them. Everyone on your team knows, right? Everyone, kill the Primarch fucking now. We have to kill him right now. Everyone fucking kill him. Yeah, because you got it, right? You got it. It's Horus. You got to kill him. You got to get rid of Horus. But that was our thinking with that. I think it makes sense somehow. I think in a roundabout way it kind of works.
No, I actually really like that.
Do you sort of see what we're going for with it?
Yeah. No, and especially I like how it's connected to the hero.
Yeah, well, that was the only one in the sort of the abilities where we had, but we feel like that's special, and that's a thing that the Sons of Horus should have, because Horus is, even amongst the Primarchs, he's very special. So it's like,
exactly.
we kind of needed something like that. Anyways, the next one is the Emperor's Children, and so they're all about duelists and, yada yada, and touching each other. So the Emperor's Children have a active ability called Perfect Onslaught. And it reads, temporarily increase the user's melee attack speed significantly.
Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
So that's it. If you're attacking your melee, you do your melee attacks faster.
It does a little animation. Come in faster. They do a line of coke.
Oh, God.
Just smash it, bump it off the wrist, and smash it in the face. Send on. Yeah, no, absolutely. And then from there, your attack rate is faster, and I'm assuming you can do like your melee charges faster, or however the melee system would work in this game. You know, it would all be faster for the Emperor's Children. And their passive ability is called I called it Perfect Zealous because I couldn't find anything else to go with the word perfect. I realized in hindsight I probably should have written Perfectly Zealous or Zealously Perfect. Perfect Zeal. That's what I should.
Perfect Zeal. Yeah, that one works.
But I've written melee attacks have a greater chance of dealing critical damage. See, the way I think this works, I was thinking in my head, is right. You know how in Risk of Rain, like we mentioned a moment ago, there was a random chance of a crit?
Yeah.
The way I was thinking was shooting attacks have crit locations, whereas melee attacks have a random chance of crit.
Oh, I like that. That's a good system.
I was thinking so because you can't really for melee combat in a game that's got shooting as well.
Yeah.
To be satisfying, there needs to be a degree of automation to it. So you automatically lock on with the melee. You hit with an automated speed. You know, you've got really cool, heavy animations that feel good.
Yeah.
But, you know, you don't want to be there trying to aim to hit someone in the fucking face when all they want to do is step backwards and shoot you in the mouth, you know?
Yeah, no, for real.
So I feel like that was a good way of representing that. And not only do they have more chance of dealing crit damage, but they've got a active ability that makes them do more attacks. So it's the two abilities feed off each other, right?
Yeah. I like how you guys really made the abilities like play off each other. I feel like if I made these, I would have just been like dumb caveman brain and just like, oh, why's guard go fast? Huh?
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw your video on YouTube about the gaming thing, I knew that when I was going to plan for this episode, I was going to go full. My autism was not going to hold back.
So originally that video was like an hour long or something stupid because like I went full autism mode too. But then I was like, I don't think anyone wants to watch this, like especially for like the videos I make.
That hour-long version of that video that never got released, that was made for me. That was for me.
The autism
I don't know nobody else. That was for me.
That was just for Tom.
Yeah, it was just for you.
I'd have loved that. I'd have eaten that up. So the next one is the Iron Warriors. Their first ability is they're active. It's called Siege Breaker. And it's basically all ranged attacks suddenly deal splash damage. And all ranged attacks against vehicles and structures only do crit damage.
Oh, that's
because
strong.
The idea is that well, that's the Iron Warriors, right? I mean, it's temporary, right? Like all of the active ones, it's a temporary thing.
Yeah.
But the Iron Warriors their whole thing is siege. It's taking down the vehicles. It's taking down big structures. You know, it's doing those things, and their passive ability, Siege Masters, is staying alive whilst doing it. This is a really goofy one. I think Alex and I were kind of chuckling a little bit when we came up with this. And it's the Iron Warriors are immune to critical damage from ranged weapons. Bracket that come from in front of them. Bracket. So the idea is if they're moving towards you, and you shoot them in the head, you're still only going to do normal damage because it's an Iron Warrior. You're not critting the Iron Warrior, you know. And
don't they love the Mark III armor, which is supposed to be like stronger in the front, right?
They do. During the Heresy, they were one of I think 3 legions that really favored the Mark III.
Yeah, so that fits.
So it was the Iron Warriors, the Death Guard, and the Imperial Fist. Now, other legions like the Sons of Horus and the Ultramarines had large quantities of it.
Yeah.
But I think those 3 were the legions that got the best use out of it. So yeah, it absolutely works. It absolutely works.
Yeah, because I had a similar idea. Oh, sorry, I don't want to cut you off. Sorry.
Go.
Oh, I was just going to say, like, for my For Honor one, I said a similar thing with, like, the Mark III armor. If you choose that one, like, you're really strong from the front, but if they flank you, you're just kind of screwed.
Yeah, no, I remember you saying, and it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense. It's such a perfect sort of way of representing that. And then you think about your For Honor 40k idea, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, hold up. You're going to run that. You're going to play that. You're going to be an Iron Warrior. You're going to be an Iron Warrior.
No, I like that. Yeah, that makes total sense.
But the next one is the Word Bearers, and we really struggled how to do Word Bearers for a little bit, didn't we? We really kind of struggled.
Originally we wanted them to be like a direct counter to the Ultramarines in a way, but then at the same time it was mainly the chanting system that's like everything. Like with a lot of other legions, we already had like minor buffs to like their close combat or their shooting or their speed. So we wanted to do something, you know, different for them. It's quite hard to figure out.
It was really difficult, and we kind of settled on something similar to that for one of their abilities, which is their active ability, the Dark Chant, where we said that it temporarily increases the accuracy and movement speed of nearby allies. Similarly, the Ultramarines one would would significantly increase just the accuracy of nearby allies. So it's the same thing, but not as good, but does their speed as well. So it's kind of like, what's more valuable in a play style? But then we thought, okay, well, let's take this idea of being something that's very sort of the flip side of the coin to the Ultramarines. The Ultramarines capture objectives slightly faster, right? So you're on there, you're playing as an Ultramarine, you're on an objective, you're taking it faster. And the Word Bearers, their passive ability is called the Word. Objectives captured by the Word Bearers are slightly harder to take.
Okay, yeah,
and so if you're anything and you're trying to take an objective from a Word Bearer, it's going to take longer. Unless you're an Ultramarine, in which case they're both going to cancel each other out, and it'll just take the normal amount of time. You know,
thematically too, because oh, sorry, you could go.
No, go for it.
Oh, I feel like I'm talking too much, but I feel like that fits thematically.
You're really not.
Okay, cool. Because don't Word Bearers they super really religiously indoctrinate their populations when they capture them and
yes,
so that kind of fits thematically.
Yeah, they would absolutely cover a church in other stuff. So I can just imagine that the moment the point is captured, there's just so much chaotic corruption all over the walls.
Yeah,
it just takes a longer time to recapture that.
Yeah. And so the next one is the Night Lords. And we kind of struggled again with the Night Lords. Red kind of chimed in a little bit to help us with this because he's kind of the resident Night Lord guy.
I mean, he held us at gunpoint and screamed at us. That's one way to say help us.
He did. Yeah,
that inspired us because that made us scared.
Well, there we go. That's how you got to do it. But their active ability is called Fear Incarnate. And because there's not going to be any fear mechanic in this game, because fear mechanics in fast-paced battle games aren't really fun.
Yeah.
Morale mechanics, it's not really fun.
Yeah.
It's basically temporarily, like all the active abilities, it's always temporarily ranged attacks have a chance to stun. It's a small chance.
Okay.
But melee attacks have 100% chance to stun non-hero characters. And so that was kind of the way we wanted this fear thing to seep in, whereas if a Night Lord wants to get into melee with you, he can bonk you with a melee attack and it's going to stun you, so he can get that easy kill and then run away like a Night Lord would to try and get another one,
Yeah. No, I would have just did something stupid like, it lowers your accuracy because you're so scared you're trembling in your boots.
That'd be quite funny. I mean, you could do something
like
that.
The stun one more. That's more creative, I feel.
We could be goofy with that and say if you're within a certain range of a Night Lord, you just can't ADS.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, I was thinking Kill Team, because I know in the Kill Team, it's not exactly a Night Lord, but it's a Shrive Talon, which that's a Night Lord. And he has
it's close enough.
An ability where you're scared of him and you can't do as much stuff.
Oh yeah, I think it's if he kills someone, anyone that sees him kill someone gets terrified because he mutilates the corpse.
You lose,
and they lose
AP,
one of their action points for the next turn.
Yeah, I know. I like
so
that.
Good.
It's funny.
The Shrive Talon is great. I love the Shrive Talon. So
I want to try out that new Night Lord Kill Team. I don't want to get too off track, but I do love Kill Team.
Have you looked at their rules? Oh, we love it. No, we love Kill Team.
They look freaking OP. I'm scared to play against them.
Oh no,
I play Guardsmen.
Their data sheets aren't OP. Their data sheets are okay.
If it's
it's their rules. It's Gallodark. You got trouble. But their rules are very much the flow of it's the long-winded way of saying their rules are the flow of the game is going to be determined by us.
Okay.
Kind of. That's kind of how they do it. It's like we decide when things are happening and how they're happening, and then it's up to you to try and deal with that. That's kind of the way the Night Lords do. I'd say they're generally weaker in terms of actual damage output. I'd say they're weaker than the standard Chaos Legionaries team. But they've got a lot more.
I feel like a lot of people said that they're just straight up better Legionaries. I don't know for sure because I didn't play it yet, but
I don't think so. I don't agree with that.
That's what made me worried.
I play a lot of Kill Team, but I play a lot of Kill Team casually. So
me too.
I don't agree with that.
I listen
but in Gallodark, they would be quite spooky.
Oh yeah, 100%. I play Guardsman. He just walked from guy to guy, just taking lives.
Oh yeah, I could see that being kind of
And I don't get my firing lanes.
No, all the Astartes Anonymous guys fucking love Kill Team. Oh god.
Oh yeah, Kill Team's my favorite. Yeah. That's the best game they made in my opinion.
We're gonna buy a set tomorrow.
It's so easy. Yeah, you can. It's just the cheapest game as well.
Yeah, true.
It's the cheapest game. You spend 20 quid, and you've got you got a whole. You're spending 20 quid, and you got the Custodies Kill Team piece of cake.
Oh yeah, true.
Easy. You got 4 models. So the next one is the Night Lord's passive ability. And we called it Midnight Clad. I think it was Red who suggested the name. And it's basically the idea that Night Lords are invisible if they are more than a set distance away from all enemies. So this idea is that if you're more than X amount, I don't think we determined a distance because it's kind of hard to.
Yeah.
But, the game devs can work that one out. They can work that one out when they get there.
They have the easiest job ever. They could do whatever.
Yeah, it's not even... Just complaining about crunch, shaking my head. But this idea that they can have they're invisible if they're more than a distance away from you. So I imagine this really funny scenario, right? Mm-hmm. Where you're playing on one of those maps. There's just this huge open battlefield, this open arena, and at the start of the game, there is fuck all on the enemy side. You can't see shit because they're all too far away.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So it's just. I think
Isn't that kind of like the Kill
awesome.
Teams rule too, where they're in shadows for half the game?
Yes. Yeah. That's the whole thing, and their ability in Kill Team. I think Red said this. That ability is called Midnight Clad.
Yeah,
as well.
So that's super cool.
So the next one is, just adjusting my seat. The next one is the Death Guard.
Oh, Aaron, let's go.
And their active ability is called Phosphex Wind, and it essentially just temporarily create a passive damage aura around the user. So think like a bubble around them, right? And any enemies in it just take passive damage for being too close to a member of the Death Guard.
They literally
and
just
so this
fart.
is kind of helpful. Yeah, literally. And this is really helpful, right? Because you could get a bunch of Death Guard together to all use this at once, and so it stacks.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could use it in its most simplest form, which is just a melee buff. So if you're in melee with someone and you're using this, they're just taking more melee damage. Or maybe you could just be role-playing a Space Marine who shits himself. It's up to you.
Yeah.
The world is your oyster, whatever
I don't
works.
need to roleplay that. I shit myself IRL.
Oh, God. And so the Death Guard's next one is their passive ability called Tyrant's Ruin. That's quite simple, because how we did the damage reduction thing on the Imperial Fists, who are the Mark III guys, the Iron Warriors, the other Mark III guys, and the Death Guard, the last set of Mark III guys? Well, we wanted the same thing here. So the Death Guard takes significantly less damage from grenade and Phosphex weapons. So the idea is if they take damage from either of those, they're more or less okay. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Because the Death Guard vibe of being able to march through crater-torn landscapes of explosions and yada yada.
Yeah, and that works too with like the sticking together and making your like Phosphex cloud, because then you're more resilient to splash damage.
Exactly.
I'm thinking of this from like a balance perspective. I like the synergies.
It just kind of works. It just kind of works. The next one is the Thousand Suns. We struggled with this a little bit, but I think we were really happy with the final result. So
this one was pretty rough first. I think it came out good.
I think it came out really good. So their active ability is called Leech Life. And so Leech Life simply states temporarily ranged attacks heal the user. So you're essentially infusing those sort of warp infused bolt rounds into your bolt gunner. So whenever you shoot someone, whenever you land a hit on someone, you gain health back, right?
And is this the active or the passive?
This is the active one.
Okay. That one's cool.
You sort of activate this, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like you're loading the bolts in.
Yeah. And so their passive one is called Warp Proof. And I know the name is dogshit, but it is what it is. I'm sure I'm going to say what this is, and someone's going to immediately come with a much better one. And I know the Flesh Change, they're very unwarp proof, but shut up. So
quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah, literally. Actually. Yeah, okay, I get it.
Excuse me, Tom, but...
Oh my God, Tom from Atharia now, man. Why you fucking... So, the actual ability says, Thousand Suns take significant... So it's another significantly less damage. Thousand Suns take significantly less damage from enemy librarians and esoterists.
Okay.
The idea that esoterists and librarians would be the two different psyker classes that everyone has access to.
Mm-hmm.
And so in my mind, I imagine Thousand Suns would have an extra class, and it would be an extra Thousand Suns. It would be a sorcerer class, right?
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like what is it? Like the Deny the Witch or whatever. Like, isn't it if you're a strong psyker, you're like more resistant to psykers almost? I might be completely wrong.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, that's very true. No, that's very true, because you understand the warp, you control the warp. If the warp comes at you, well, you know what you're dealing with, right?
What other class though would like use psychic actions? Like Blood Angels, I assume, and then maybe
during the Heresy, the only one you could before 40k, during the Heresy, the only other ones you could really apply it to would be the Word Bearers and the White Scars.
Oh, the White Scars had Psychers?
In the Horus, here's I don't know if you know this. So because your Horus Heresy lore is
it's a bit wonky.
We're working on it. We're working on it. We're working on it.
You guys will convert me.
Magnus the Red had one good friend amongst his brothers.
Yeah.
And that was Jagatai Khan.
Oh, okay.
Because Magnus was an outcast, and Jagatai Khan considered himself an outcast.
Yeah.
And so they bonded over that. They also bonded over the idea of knowledge and making your own decisions and all this other jazz. And so when Magnus, during the Council of Nicaea, which was the whole thing where they put the first decrees down on psychers and their use in the legions, Magnus was like, yeah, we should take advantage of this great power, and Jagatai was one of the few people that was there to support him in that, because he also thought one of the greatest characters in the Horus Heresy novels is a guy called fuck me. I close his eyes so I can hear hear Andy, the remembrances, saying his name. Is it oh god, Alex, you know who the guy is. The guy who was friends with the Thousand Sons sorcerer dude. The guy who the Khan cried over when he died. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? Hold on, I'm Googling it. So, someone in the comment section on the right, the live comment section, has just said his name like 3 times.
Yeah.
I forgot.
His name is just John Smith. That's it.
I'm Googling it.
I'm John Smith, the Space Marine. Yeah.
It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. I'm so sorry.
Revel Arvida, was that him?
Arvida was the Thousand Sons guy.
Tagutai Yesugai.
Is that it? Yesugai? Yeah, it is. Is it Yesugai?
Tagutai Yesugai.
His name is Target.
Sorry, everyone. It's Yesugai.
That's epic.
God.
Got it.
Right, sorry. It was, Yesugai, I believe. Oh my god, that was so difficult.
Tagutai Yesugai.
Right, moving on. So,
Thousand Souls.
Took us a while to find the target guy.
The next one is the World Eaters. And this is the one we were talking about before, the one that could like really stack things.
Yeah.
So their active ability is called the Butcher's Nails, right?
Naturally.
And it significantly increases, so not a little bit, not a little, not medium, a lot. It significantly increases their melee damage and attack speed.
Oh, okay.
But the user cannot use ranged weapons whilst this is active.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's that's what I was saying with the Blood Angels. I like that.
But you'll like this. Their passive is called the Red Angels, and a World Eater's melee attack speed is increased by 5% every time they kill an enemy in melee.
Oh, I like that.
So if you can live long enough, you can live long enough as a World Eater and get enough melee kills, you can become unstoppable.
You just become Karn.
You can become Karn, yes.
You all have kill counters on you.
Karn's just a normal legionary with these abilities, but he just starts at like 100 on the kill counter.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Wait, I really like that idea. Because it really incentivizes you to be aggressive. I feel like there's a lot of games where they want you to be aggressive, but like they give you no reason to be. So then it's just like everybody's camping.
I mean, it could end up just being like a passive where every kill increases it by a set amount, like movement speed, attack speed, and attack damage, like 5% per body, and it goes up and up and up and up and up.
Oh wait, isn't that how it is, or did I misunderstand?
That is what it is, Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, okay.
Yes.
Okay. That was
so their melee attack speed increases by 5% every time they kill an enemy in melee.
I can't wait for someone to like just kill a ton of people, break the game. He's just clipping around. The animation cannot
like
keep up.
20 times. You are at 100%. Then you throw your ability on that. You might go up to like 300%, and you just become this unstoppable wailing blender.
Well, the downside is the only way you can't increase your movement speed. You increase your movement speed significantly with the active ability, but that's not permanent. But the attack speed is permanent. So it's like occasionally they can boost around and run around faster, but if they get enough kills, they're always just going to be this meat blender on legs.
I'm going to get you.
Yeah.
I like that one. Excuse me. That's my favorite one, actually.
I think it's great. I think we smiled a lot when we did this one because it just seemed like the synergy was funny, flavorful.
I'm grinning ear for ear right now.
It just sounds like a really fun time.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that you just kind of want to play as the World Eaters just so you could... It's like you have like a whole day game session, but the highlight is when this one ability got out of control for like 10 minutes in that one game you did. You know?
And again, that reminds me of Risk of Rain when you're like just a freaking god at one point.
Yeah.
It's like, yes.
Well, that is Risk of Rain God mode, is you just turn into a blender.
Yeah, literally. No, that's literally Risk of Rain, because like a bunch of items just give you like a 5% boost, but then you get like 20 of them. And you're like, all right, soldier syringe, let's go.
I fucking love Risk of Rain so much. Right,
Risk of Rain 2 is like probably my favorite game.
Oh god, I've got I don't know how many hundreds of hours I've got. I love the first one. I played the first one in 2013 when I was a fucking fat little bastard.
I like the first one. I'm bad at platformers.
I loved it because of the art style. I just loved it. I just thought it was beautiful.
Have you played Returns? They like updated the art style, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, no, because Returns makes multiplayer so much easier.
Yeah,
so my girlfriend and I played a ton of Returns together.
Yeah, this is a Risk of Rain podcast now. I took over.
This is a Risk of Rain podcast.
We're gonna talk about Petrichor.
Petrichor 5. Let's go. Holiday Destination Supreme. Still better than Birmingham. So, the last one on this list, we're coming to the end of my first suggestion, gentlemen, is the Alpha Legion. Hopefully I haven't forgotten any Legion. I don't think I have. Their active ability is called the Hydra's Deception. Although both of the names of these two titles are interchangeable. And it's like this is a little bit inspired by Halo Reach. Create multiple temporary decoys of the user. That. So it's just like if you're in a battle with someone's shooting you and you get around a corner, so they can't see you, you just pop this ability and then suddenly they don't know who they're shooting at, or maybe they think there's a bunch of people, so it could be a whole thing, you know?
Yeah, didn't someone in Apex have that? I haven't played Apex in freaking forever. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, my man.
My friend loves that. Yeah, there we go.
And their last ability is full meme. It's probably not very good, or it could be good. I don't know. It's called the Hydra's Illusion. Alpha Legion heroes appear as Alpha Legion legionaries to enemies and don't appear on the minimap.
Oh, that would be so funny. Like, imagine you think you're just going to fight a normal Marine and he just wrecks your shit.
And it's like, as soon as he throws the first punch, it's like you realize it's Alpharis in your head, and he breaks your fucking neck.
Reference that one off Alpha Legion green text. Tell your opponent you're bringing Alpharius. This is a lie.
This is a lie.
Yeah. And it just devolves into 7 or 8 different layers. Bring 3 Alpharius models: the Forge World one, a Kit Bash monstrosity, and a Dreadnought.
Yeah,
perfect. I like that.
Well, I'm so sorry I spent so long on my first idea, gentlemen. But can I have some feedback?
Idea.
Is this game a go? Can we play? What should we call it? Horus Heresy Battlefront.
Yeah, let's just be really lazy. Battlefront 40K.
Battle Heresy 2.
Yeah, Battle Heresy.
Battle Heresy 2.
No, we call it Heresy Front.
Heresy Front. There we go. I like that.
Wait, Battle Heresy Front. Horus Battle Horus Heresy Front. But it's like 2 words, like Battle Horus.
It should be like horribly like a convoluted title that no one likes.
Call of Heresy.
Yeah.
Battle Heresy Horus mode 30k Warhammer a Warhammer
Requiem
game.
2. Give it a sequel, a number, but there's no prequel to it. None exists.
But the sequel's called the same exact thing.
Well, we should just name it what it is: a really fucking good time.
Yeah,
it would be a good time.
That should be what it is. It's the only game you'll ever need. No, honestly, that would consume my life if that existed. I would want to play every single chapter. I'd want to go like crazy in the campaign.
But I said at the start, you know, I tell you what, GW, hello, this is a great way to get people into the Horus Heresy, because the campaign mode will hit all the major story beats. Yeah. People will find characters they like, and boom, I want to know more about this character I'm playing as.
Yeah, exactly.
Read the book! You know, it's
have
such an easy way of doing it.
Thing on the top right corner of the screen that plugs their book and their Amazon link.
You know, it's like the Skyrim loading screens, but instead of being a random object in game, it's a 3D render of whichever book the mission you're about to play references.
Perfect.
Oh goodness. Or like, oh no, it's a 3D render of like a miniature of the character you're about to play as, right?
That would be actually really cool. Like the miniature comes to life or something. Like a Smash Brothers. The beginning, it's just some kid or some like guy. He pulls out his Horus Heresy miniatures and goes to the game store. It's like the Smash Brothers intro.
And just like Space Marine 2, they can literally just use the CAD designed miniatures as references to create the 3D models. All of your assets, in theory, already exist, you know?
Yeah.
Whichever development team is brave enough to take on this project will make a shit ton of money.
Oh, hell yeah.
I know it would be the coolest game ever.
I probably shouldn't say it, but imagine the microtransactions with the skins you could buy.
No, please don't.
Imagine me falling for them.
I'm not going to pay $10 for the Mark III armor.
Yeah.
The things I wouldn't do for a Red Butcher's Terminator armor. By God.
Oh, you want to be the color green? $20.
God, man. But no. And then you take a look as well. You go to the GW web store right now. He's like, oh, what kind of special classes are there going to be? Go to the Games Workshop web store right now. Sort by a legion in the Horus Heresy section and find whatever their unique units are. And you'll see there's tons of fucking epic ones. Like I said, there's Dark Angel Cataphracti Terminators that have wrist-mounted plasma guns.
Yeah, those are freaking awesome.
There's like special axe-wielding World Eaters with jump hacks, I think. There's fucking Space Wolves that run around with bags on their heads. They're kind of creepy, actually.
There's Space Wolves that run with wolf helmets and everyone hates them, but I love them. I'm not a furry, but it looks cool to me.
Well, my girlfriend bought a set at Forge World. She loves them too.
They look cool. I actually do think they look cool. Everyone hates them, though.
The fucking...
That would be a $20 microtransaction.
Yeah.
Oh, you know those got discontinued from the web store because the people hated them so much.
Yeah.
They're only available in person at Warhammer World now.
That's a shame. They should send them all to me. I like them.
The head, there's a head in that thing though, a bear head. And not bear like the animal. I don't know why I felt the need to clarify that.
No, you did have to clarify that. I did think about a bear head. I was like, what?
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God.
Fucking space beige.
But there's a bear head in that kit, and it's an amazing bear head. It's so good. Like, if you Google it now, the discontinued one, and you find that head. Actually, I'll put it on the screen.
In fact, I'll do that. Oh, yeah, if you're going to put it on the screen.
I'll put it on the screen behind me now, but it's such a good one. Right, gentlemen, does somebody else want to take over? Davin, it's
Devin,
like over an hour in, and I've just been yapping. Do you want to...
Yeah,
you said
I
could call you Davin. I know it's Devin, but you said I could call you Davin.
Davin's close enough, you know. That's like my 40K name. You know how they take a normal name and then make it a bit different?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Perfect.
Yeah, Davin Thundercock, yeah.
Okay, so I have like a bunch of joke ones and a bunch of real ones. Do you want me to do a joke one or a real one?
We need a joke one. That was...
Okay, I'm just going to preface this with, this is my girlfriend's idea, so I'm not sexist, but a Sister of Battle dress-up game. And it sounds really stupid, but I think it could be really cool. No, hear me out. So you get your Sister of Battle, you like pick her armor, like ornamentation. They have a bunch of ornamentation. That's something really fun with the Sisters of Battle. They like pick their like religious gear, the little like fucking, what are those things called? The fleur-de-lis. And you like, you make her really cool and you pick her weapon, you like put the gilding and stuff. And then a lot of those dress up games, they have a thing where you like go on a runway. Don't ask me why I know that. But, instead of going on a runway, which is lame, you go into a battle and like it's a squad of the sisters and you dressed up just like annihilating heretics, and that'd be really cool. Yeah. It's just like a 5-minute cutscene.
No, you can say that's dumb. You can say that's stupid, but you and I both know that would sell.
That would.
People would buy that. People would buy that.
And you would think like people would be like, "Oh, it's girls who are buying." No, it's freaking like internet users. They would love that game.
No. They would be.
Listen to me, GW. I know what sells.
I just want to dress up nuns with guns, man. Is it too much to ask?
No, for real. No, that would be. It'd be like kit bashing, but in a virtual sphere. And that was my girlfriend's idea. I'm not sexist. I don't just see girls and say dress up game pink. So you can blame her.
So you just also go, "Hey, babe, I need a." I'm going to kill that dog.
We sounded up.
You just see your girlfriend and you're like, "Hey, babe, I need a 40k video game idea immediately."
No, that's basically what happened.
Sororitas, I want to dress them. I want to change their clothes. I want to customize.
That's basically what happened because my original video was every faction gets a game pitch. And I was like really stuck on the sisters because I was like, all my game pitches for this one's super generic. And I'm like, do you have any ideas? And she's like, how about a dress-up game? I'm like, okay.
Okay.
No, that's great. That's
cool.
It's a genius idea. But it's like, you think about, why that would sell. I'll tell you why that would sell. Do you remember when we were all like kids, right? We were playing like Flash games or games on Newgrounds, right?
Yeah, true.
And so the boys would have like the websites that were made for boys would have like shit like you'd have like stuff on Miniclip that was like just really crappy tactical 2D platform shooters and really just silly ass games. But then you go to if you dared to venture to the girls section, it's just a shit ton of dress up games, just all over the place. Just all over the place.
No, it'd be funny if it had a cutesy interface, but then for the cutscene, it's just like super gory, super insano, like heretics getting their faces melted off.
The soundtrack when you're doing the actual dress up is some like Animal Crossing Hello Kitty shit. But then when you click the confirm button at the end to say you're all done, it literally just drops gear.
Heavy metal goes insano style,
and it's like full on like 100%. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, no, I would buy that. Like, I don't like dress up games,
so fun,
but like I would get that. I think it'd be funny just to like make color schemes and stuff. Even in fact, I would like a dress up game for every faction. It doesn't even have to be Sisters of Battle. Just virtually kit bashing something.
I need an orc in a well-tailored suit.
Yes, orc. That would work so well.
Oh, hell yeah.
I actually have an orc pitch, but we can get to that later. I don't want to take up all the...
Do we want another pitch from Devin? Or should we skip to the next one?
You guys can skip
what are we thinking? No. I want because that one was quick. I want the teams.
Oh yeah, all mine are pretty quick. They're all like somewhat similar to my like video game show. I mean, not show episode. Well, while we're speaking about orcs, I did say this one. People might be mad about it, but I said orc battle royale. I know that genre's like kind of dead, but it really fits the orc like fluff. I feel where they're always fighting to see who's the best. And it's just a bunch of orcs, and like battle royales are like inherently somewhat silly. So I think that would fit. And also like the weapon rarities, like all the orc weapons, none of them are the same. So I think that would fit too. Yeah. And I think it'd be really fun if there's a...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be fun if there's like a medium range, like melee oriented battle royale. There might be, I don't know. There are like a million battle royales at one point. And I know it's a stale genre, but I think it could be fun. It could, or alternatively, it's a Fortnite collab, but instead of any of the cool characters that people want, it's some like random obscure guy no one cares about. I think that would be really funny. Just piss off all the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, a really funny twist on that would just be doing it entirely as like Speed Freaks in like a vehicle format.
Wait, don't they have a Speed Freaks game coming out?
There is a Speed Freaks game. Yes, there is.
That one looks pretty interesting. Awesome. Yeah, the current Fortnite season is like Mad Max thing. You're always in cars. I'm like, this is orcs. This is so orc core.
I think this thing, like when people are talking about Space Marine 2, like you watch Speed Freaks low key end up being just such a better game.
Imagine
with more players,
more longevity.
Yeah, because
after playing the beta for that game is so insanely fun. Because I'm like a fan of I'm not really a fan of games like Rocket League because I don't really know how to navigate that. Like I am a hardcore FPS player, but then that game just caught my attention, and during that, I think it was only online for 48 hours, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something small.
48 or... Yeah, I remember playing 20 hours in that time.
Oh, wow.
That game is fun.
I didn't get to play that much because I was still in school, which really sucked. I was like, ugh, class.
Was that your second one, Devin, then? So we got Sister of Battle, Runway, and Dress Up. We got Orc Battle Royale.
I do have a legitimately really good idea, I feel, but I could say it later.
No, I want to bleed a serious one out of you guys. Can I bleed a serious one out of him, or should we come back to it? What do you guys think?
I'll give him a serious one.
I want to hear. Let's do a serious one.
Yeah, come on then. Send on.
So this one, a lot of my viewers did say, but I did actually have this idea before. I just had to cut it from the video. So it's not that I'm stealing it from them. But do you guys know the Dynasty Warriors series? Like where
I love the Dynasty Warriors.
So I think that would work well for the Aspect Warriors for Eldar. And like,
well, should we explain what the Dynasty Warriors are to the audience first?
Oh, it's like you're just like a cool ass dude who like goes through and like kills a bunch of people with your sword.
That could be any. That could be so many games.
That could be so many, but I think it fits the Eldar really well. Also, the name pun, like Aspect Warrior. It's just called Aspect Warrior.
It's
and like you get to pick your different Aspect Warriors, and you're just like shredding through people. That'd be so freaking cool. You're like really fast.
So to summarize for the audience, anyone listening who's never played this wonderful thing, and yes, I'm putting Dynasty Warriors 6 Empires on the screen because that was the one that did it for me for reasons I can't explain.
Yes.
So this franchise that has loads of games, I don't know how many there are, but there's fucking loads.
Too many.
The combat cycle is quite simple. The gameplay cycle is quite simple. You get dropped in a very, very, very large map. It's mostly open. The map has huge armies, and you are someone who is just superhuman for no reason. You are killing hundreds of people with every swing. You are just marching through people like an absolute tank. You are like a single person from Dynasty Warriors could like solo a custodian. I know, like dead ass.
Yeah, no, they're actually insane.
It's crazy. It's hilarious. Lu Bu is my god.
Yes.
And so, that's it. You're just on a battlefield killing tons of people, capturing bases, and then you run to the next base, you kill 1,000 fucking people on your way there with your bare hands. You get into the next base, you kill another 1,000 people there, you know, and you find another guy who's like, I'm strong. Then you kill him with your bare hands and everyone who was with him. and that's basically the Dynasty Warriors combat cycle.
No, yeah, it's a cool game. Like, it sounds like not super cool, but it is cool.
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun, though.
And it doesn't really get stale, because you would think, like, oh, it's just stale if you just go, like, killing everybody. But, like, it does it. It's really fun.
That's why I like Empires so much, because I'll just, like, make a character, get to the end of a campaign, all right, boom, new character. Who am I doing? I'm playing a 4-foot-tall male child who's overweight, and he's got a sledgehammer. Excellent. Let's go. Time to kill 10,000 people. You know, it's the whole...
brutal.
It's like the memes about like this such and such massacre in such and such province. It's like you're just doing that.
No, it's like Chinese history. It'd be like, and it would be like Emperor Tom ascends to the throne, 4 billion die, and it's like literally. That's Dynasty Warriors is the visual version of that, pretty much.
Dynasty Warriors is so fun. Like every time a new Empires game comes out, I just huge smile on my face. I made the mistake of trying to play the last Empires game on Nintendo Switch. Big mistake. 14 frames per second.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I was furious. Do you know what the dumb thing was, though? I went to one of the subreddits to complain about it, and I was basically downvoted into the floor.
Really?
Told I was an idiot. Yeah, absolutely.
The Nintendo
and the reason
fans, don't mess with them.
Well, the reason I was stupid was because I should have known before buying it. I should have expected.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the industry norm. That's the industry norm now with Nintendo Switch. You should buy a game
like an
knowing full well it's not going to run well.
Spin-off with Hyrule Warriors, and that was pretty cool. Like the Zelda
the Switch
one.
has so much great stuff on it. So much great stuff, but Dynasty Warriors takes a lot of power, and I'm like, maybe I am too stupid. Maybe I shouldn't have bought it, but like, who am I to buy a game on a console?
How dare you expect your game to work normally on such
you
a small platform? How dare you?
I'm an idiot.
You're so dang entitled.
I'm an idiot. I'm going to commit Sudoku. I'm sorry, I'm out.
Oh, man.
But sorry, you back to your idea. Sorry, now the audience is fully clued in on what Dynasty Warriors is.
Yes. I think it would just be really cool if it was like called Aspect Warrior, because it plays off the title. And then also you get to pick which Aspect Warrior you want to be. I would want to be like a Striking Scorpion, because they're green, and like Predator, Eldar. But like even a Howling Banshee, like you're just super fast. Striking Scorpions would have like more of a like one-hit kill mechanic, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if there would be a way to like satisfyingly implement range into that type of game, with like the Dark Reapers and stuff. But like even then, even if you could only be like the more melee focused ones, I think that'd be really cool.
Think about how Dynasty Warriors does things like ninja stars or shurikens or whatever they're called.
Yeah,
it's basically a glorified melee attack, but it's got range. It's weird.
Yeah, because I think that would really suit the fire dragons with like their like Eldar Melta, whatever it's called.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
or the fusion cannon, I think. They like basically just have like ranged attacks, but they're melee. And then I think it would also work with the Custodes, but like I don't think it would be as cool and diverse, just because like most Custodes are somewhat similar, I think. Versus like the Aspect Warriors were like they're clearly like defined classes, and I think that would really be cool. Or I would want to be like a swooping hawk and like jump up and then like just rain havoc.
So who are all the troops we're looking at? Are the troops just a combination of like guardians, right?
Yeah, I think your troops would be like Guardians, and like Aspect Warriors are like way stronger than Guardians, you know. And then I feel like it would be cool if you fought like a bunch of different armies, but like obviously the Orcs and Tyranids have like a lot of that mass appeal or mass or hordes.
Well, the right ones are very obvious in a sense that like there's not going to be any Space Marines, right? There's not going to be any Custodies. There's not going to be any Chaos. But there'll be a fucking shit ton of Tyranid. Tyranids would be the obvious ones. Tyranids are really obvious to do.
Yeah, Tyranids would be cool.
Orcs, like you said, are really obvious to do.
Yeah, I always love
I'd
fighting
say Guardsmen are obvious to do.
Guardsmen would be cool.
Because things like Ogrins exist to be your bigger dudes,
that's true.
Right?
That's true, yeah. The thing with Guardsmen, though, is they don't have that many like melee fighters, I feel. I mean, I guess bayonets and shit, but...
Yeah, but this is the thing. You're running in.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
All these little dudes are kind of the little dudes in Dynasty Warriors, and in this Aspect Warriors game.
Yeah,
they're kind of just background meat.
Yeah, they're just there for you to kill. Yeah,
they're just there to get killed. If the guardsman is shooting at you or charging you with a bayonet, you're killing. You've already killed 10,237.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't really care about 10,238.
Yeah,
that's the point. You're just marching through them. But I'll tell you what's really cool about this idea that we haven't mentioned. So think about Dynasty Warriors, right? Whichever Dynasty Warrior game or games you really played and enjoyed, and think about the maps.
Yeah.
Think about maps that scale with that kind of movement.
That's true,
like
yeah.
40K theme. That would be gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think the video games for 40K, like, almost all of them do this super well, but they get, like, the atmosphere and map super cool.
Space Marine 2 is looking really fucking good for both of those, might I add.
Yeah. Space Marine 2, there was, like, this part of the demo where you fought, like, a horde of Tyranids. And, like, if they had something like that for a game like Aspect Warrior or whatever we're going to call it, I think that'd be super cool. Like, you just shred through them. Or, like, any horde would be really cool to see.
No, yeah. I think that would be fucking sick. I think that would be absolutely fucking sick. I'd adore that. That would be so much fun. And I think, again, one of the fun things with this idea as well is, I don't think it'll be quite as much customization as the Dynasty Warriors Empires games because, obviously... But you still get elements of customization there. Maybe we call it Aspect Warrior, maybe we call it something else. But if we do a general 40K themed version of that game,
cool.
and you're picking your armies, you're choosing your dynasties in quotation marks.
You could pick like the talismans or whatever they wear, the Eldar.
Yeah,
and like maybe it gives you like a small boost or something, and it looks cool.
It could do the same thing that one Dawn of War thing did, where the campaign takes place over a planet.
Oh yeah,
and you're
that'd
fighting
be cool.
like the Empires games. You're fighting for different chunks of that planet as the missions go by, and you could win some or lose some, and yada yada how it goes. But I think that would be fucking awesome. Honestly, I'd love that.
Plus, like Eldar get no video game representation really, so that's why I made this an Eldar one instead of Custodes.
Well, I just started an Eldar army less than a month ago.
Oh, nice.
I'm sat on about 1,500 points.
Okay.
I'm halfway through painting the Striking Scorpions.
I love the Striking Scorpions. I got some of the metal ones, and I really like them.
Oh, the old ones are fun.
I think Karandress's model is baked. I think a lot. I know you like your old models, and a lot of the old models are
I'm a big
gorgeous.
Old model simp.
But I think Karandress's old ass model is.
Which one is that?
It kind of looks like a funnily shaped rock. To be fair.
Wait,
that's a charm.
I don't know if I quite remember which one you're talking about.
Karandress is the Striking Scorpion.
Oh, okay.
He looks beyond
you're talking about
crypt.
the old ones where they had like the funny helmets.
Well, there was.
Is that what you're talking
Karandress
about?
never got a re-release.
Yeah,
Karandress
so he's like
only has the old
he's like
one.
the original.
Yeah, he is. He's a bit crumped.
Yeah, no, some of the
James Sar model.
No, I agree. Some of them are weird, but the one with like the really huge chainsword, he looks freaking awesome. I think it's called like a biting blade.
That's the one I've gone for my.
I love that one.
Sergeant.
I can't find it anywhere. I've been hunting Miniswap and eBay for a while now.
Yeah, you'll find it. You'll find what you can do is because
there we go. I
you're
found
be,
Karandress. Yeah, he does look a bit goofy.
I'll tell you what you can do, and you can do this selfishly, right?
Yes.
Because your YouTube channel is in the process of blowing up, Mr. 2K subs a fucking day.
Ah, jeez.
what you can do is in your Discord, which you're obviously going to redirect people to from your YouTube, set up a buy and or trade channel.
Oh, that's smart.
And then abuse the fuck out of it yourself.
Yeah, there we go.
Easy clap.
No,
problems.
Some of these models, they're like really hard to come by, and I'm like, damn it, this is my favorite one. Like I had a video about like old models I really like, and like none of those really I could find like super easily.
So you say you say you like old models, but what is your opinion on old world models?
Old world ones? I like a lot of them. Some of them do look goofy. I wanted to pick up that that orc box with like 20 of them and just put like 40k orc arms on them, because I have a bunch of 40k orc arms laying around. So I'm like, it looks like it'll fit, and if it doesn't have green stuff, and that would just like massively buff out my horde for like relatively cheap. And then I like I know they don't have, it's not actual like an old world one, but like it's a newer model that's for old world. I like the Bretonians. I don't know anything about them, but that knight with like the antler ears, it looks so cool to me.
No, that's sick.
I don't know what it's called.
Fair. I was gonna say, yes, a lot of them look like they came out of fucking Kinder Egg toys, but some of the humanoid ones are pretty good. The skeletons in specific, I might get a bit of shit for
boars
that,
especially look funny.
Yeah, a lot of them look fucking crump.
And I'm like, they have the audacity to sell this for like modern prices. There was that, what was it? That I think it was a Bretonian also. It was like a knight with like a great blade or something. He has like the weirdest looking face ever.
Yeah, and the fingers going at
I think that's
the fingers are like twice as long.
Yeah. He looks like, what is this?
It looks a bit goofy.
Yeah, he's a bit silly. And then his little surf.
Right, gentlemen, shall we move on to somebody else's? Alex, do you want to go up to the block?
Yeah, sure. So I originally had 3 ideas, but I will, due to the other pieces taking a bit longer, I will just go to the first 2 pretty quickly, because the last one is kind of my favorite. Okay. So for those that don't know, I used to play a shitload of Apex Legends.
Yes.
I'm talking probably about 6,500 hours so far.
Fuck me.
That's dedication.
I love that game to its very core. Multiple times have hit top 50. So I wanted to make a game where I was like, give me Apex Legends, but 40k. So originally I kind of wanted to go more the Titanfall 2 style. But I do think that wall running is very hard for a lot of people to wrap their minds around.
Yeah.
So I ended up going more for the Apex Legends, and for those that still play the game at this point, the death matches where you play 6v6, gun runs, capture the flag, kill runs overall. Those kind of games, but then assassins instead of Legends.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So no Titans. Maybe some Ambots or Dreadnoughts if they have a campaign version. It's a fast-paced shooter, kind of played like what a Blood Games test would be like in the Imperium. Imagine it's like in the Imperial Palace itself, and those arenas they have there for the Blood Games. They can also be used for this. You have all the different assassins, because of course every assassin is different. So we have the Vindicares with the big snipers. We have the Calidus for infiltration, the Adversars that are just running up and murdering everything they see. The Colexes, so the pariahs, they can turn off psychers, or they can just throw balls of just depression at people. The Venom Temple, of course, poison everything. Maybe your bulls do more damage, or you're able to slow someone as they're trying to tap strafe around the corner.
Just steal Caustic's abilities.
Temple, technically, yeah. Like the Vanus Temple, the Intelligence Gatherers, maybe like Mirage, where they throw out the decoy, you shoot it, and now I know exactly where you are. And the Animus Temple, which would be like the Decapitators. They get close to you, it's just an insta-kill. Yeah. You gotta move fast, and you gotta shoot fast.
Yeah. It's funny you say like akin to like Titanfall, because I used to sweat the fuck out of pilots versus pilots in Titanfall 2.
My man.
That was my shit. Attrition was good. Classic Titanfall, Pilots versus pilots, though, fucking mother of God.
Yeah, that's where it's at.
I got like 3,000 kills on my fucking softball. Like the grenade launcher, the sticky one, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, bro. Yes, sir.
I could ping people from across the fucking map with that thing. And
we may have played a lot against each other without knowing.
I don't know if it was crossplay. Did you play on Xbox?
I did.
Holy shit!
Oh.
At one point, that game had such a small community going Yeah, probably. Holy fuck.
There's a very big chance we have played a lot against each other.
What a fucking world, dude. I'll get your fucking gamer tag after this. I'll see if we've ever come across each other.
So then, another smaller game that I had in mind, which is generally a choose-your-own-adventure point-and-click game.
Oh,
Now,
I
so sorry,
put it on my list.
Well, I got to interrupt. Like, Alex sold me on this idea in a heartbeat when he told me about it earlier. I think this is actually low-key genius. I don't think he even knows how genius this is.
I want to hear it now.
You know, like those story-based, like point-and-click games where no matter what choice you take, you will always go down certain paths. You always have an A, B, C, maybe even D option, and there's different endings for every option you take. So my idea was that you are a guardsman during a siege. The opening scenes are you're getting sieged by, for example, the orcs. Yeah. And then it's your goal to either make it out, be the hero, maybe die a horrible death, or if you take the first choice on the first option, you get shot in the head by the commissar.
I like that.
The start of the game. No, sir, I'm not doing that. Bang, credits roll. You got to sit there, and if you make that option, by the way, you don't get to skip the credits. You got to sit there for 20 minutes
to watch the whole credits to represent your soul getting eaten in the warp.
Yeah.
So the whole idea of it is, right, is because you will go down different paths, which will also have different outcomes. Maybe the game has like 300 different outcomes.
I like that.
You can get really far into the game, still take the wrong turn, and there's just a massive orc knob standing there to just slash you apart.
I think that fits super hard. That would be like a super hard game too to like actually beat. Yeah. I think that's super thematic for guardsmen.
And then on top of that, because with a lot of these point-and-click games, I recently came across some games that also had timer limits to some of them. So let's say there's an orc behind you chasing you. Yeah. You only have 5 seconds to make the choice on screen. Pick quick.
Oh, I would like that. That's a really good idea, actually.
Think of... So when he told me this, when I got thinking about atmosphere and vibes and mood setting, I very quickly my mind went to I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah,
right.
Which is like fucking hopeless.
Now imagine that. This whole point and click, and I think the biggest thing as well is really the horror element where Alex could take this, because when you think about it, because it's the Warhammer 40k universe, this could go anywhere.
Yeah.
It just starts at a siege. You know, time goes on. You get sucked into a warp portal. Fuck me, you're in a hive world, right? Let's say you're in a hive world, or let's say you're somewhere else. You know, the mood, the atmosphere can go wherever you want it to. Even if it wasn't a siege, it was something else. You know, the idea of having a point-and-click horror game in Warhammer 40k is such a cool fucking brutal thing. I only liked horror games when I was a kid. I played things like point-and-click games. Sorry, things like do you guys remember Myst?
Oh yeah,
Myst games. I played Myst as a kid. That's okay. Stuff like that. And so there's a lot of puzzle elements to me, but as an adult, when I play games like that, if I get the chance to, or if something takes my eye, it's because it's got some deep-seated, creepy-ass horror element. And I feel like 40k has so much room to explore with that.
Yeah, I think 40k should really... Oh, sorry.
The original version I had in mind was like a kind of like the 40k version of Darkwood. I don't know if you guys know that game, where it's like a top-down game where you're running down on Darkwood and like there's creatures and things, and you're slowly finding out the world, and every night you have to hide. But once I kind of started getting into the idea of like the different endings and things, I'm like, point and click would be so much more fun and engaging, especially with some of them being timed. You can feel the music swell, and you just know like, I have to hurry. It's getting bad.
Yeah. I think that's a really cool idea.
And then for my last one, which is just a general game, because as a kid, I absolutely loved the Game Boy and the DS, right? Oh, and you guys may have remembered those times where like you would get one of those SD cards that Nintendo definitely didn't agree to, that you could just download any game you wanted on.
Yes.
Of course.
What if we took that idea again of like having the emulator games, but we made it 40k in universe? So I wanted to call the game Vox Link, where you open a Vox Link and you start playing games that you would play with guardsmen. So for example, like Papers, Please, where you play as an administrator and you are allowing people onto the world, or maybe not. You can play Pong, maybe a gambling game that the guardsmen play with each other. Small, cool. Like cute, like 40k themed Doom likes, but like really pixelated and really chaotic.
Yeah.
Some funny like quiz games, and if you make a mistake, you died because of heresy.
Get executed.
You get shot. Yeah.
So essentially, imagine it like a 10 to 20 like small mini games as a data pad that you just open on your screen, and it has like a little nice outline for it. It feels like you're playing on a Vox Link.
Just
That'd
a
be
shit
cool.
ton of like simple classic games, 40k-ified.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
kinda like
what's it called?
WarioWare.
You get like a duck hunt.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Exactly.
cool.
But instead of
hunt.
ducks, it's just anything. It's anything works. It's so
Just
good.
squigs getting thrown up. Yeah,
You just play
are my base,
propaganda every 5
ideas.
seconds if you want.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's what I was thinking. Like every time you would click out of the screen to go to another game, it would just give you like a speech about being like efficient and putting in all your time for the Emperor of Mankind and have you pray today. It's like the whole the feeling of opening it up, right? It's the whole experience.
It's like
I
Spy
like
v
that.
Spy, but it's like an Alpha Legionnaire and a Harlequin.
Yes, I love when
Exactly.
universes do like in-universe like products, you know, and they release it.
Yeah,
that
like I
super
imagine,
fun?
like what does a guardsman do in his past time? Like
Yeah.
when the Vox Link is out, nobody's really doing anything. What do they just like play games with their friends? Maybe they play Pong together. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be fun. And they all have
Yeah.
like a slight propaganda to them.
Yeah, just that slight edge of like something is wrong,
You're
or
like,
where it
wait, I'm
just
getting
randomly,
brainwashed right now.
or just like 30 minutes in, it just randomly glitches out and does like a little speech of like, "You've been playing too long, get back to work."
Yes, yes.
Kind of like a
to
deep
report
report
to the
situation. You're
commissar.
dancing too much. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, those were my 3 basic ideas that I had.
I like them.
No,
like
I think
them
those are
all.
fucking sick. I
I
thought
like
those
the
are
point
great.
and click one actually. For the one when I put a point and click, I just thought of it as a joke, but actually, I would unironically really love that.
Well, if you think about like a point and click game and use like pseudo pixel art graphics,
Yeah,
or like just generally low res graphics, but with a nice high quality user interface.
Mm-hmm.
The creepy horror behind that. It's like, think of graphics from like Fallout 1.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
that kind of graphic style. You could really create something quite spooky with that if you can nail the sort of ambient sound and such, you know.
Yeah, there was this recent one that came out. I don't even remember what it's called, but it was like basically Resident Evil, but it had like that aesthetic, and it was really unnerving, even though like the art style was like obviously dated.
Yeah.
No,
Well, I think that's the thing as well.
literally
We're
just
getting to...
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
Oh, for my point and click, it was just something stupid. I put Space Wolf point and click, and then in parentheses, it would make the fans mad. LOL.
Honestly, that's all you need. That's all you need.
I was like, what's the like least action packed kind of game for this Space Wolves?
I think you touched on something a minute ago that's really important for this kind of discussion. And it's something that's important I think video game developers really need to start taking on board now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that graphics are cool, but they're not important anymore.
Oh yeah, I 100%
They're not.
agree.
And people have always said, as and even when graphics were bad, and people thought they were good, but they were bad, people have always said, graphics don't matter, it's all about the gameplay. That's
100%.
true, but that's true, but that's not what I mean.
Uh-huh.
We've gotten to a point now with graphics where every kind of degree of graphics is now no longer graphics, but instead has the option to be a stylistic choice.
You're saying like art style versus like just perfectly realistic graphics.
So you
Yeah, I
could
totally
you could have
agree.
your graphics could resemble a 2006 3D action platformer like something earlier, or something like Banjo-Kazooie, right?
Yeah.
But you could call that a stylistic choice because a lot of people see that graphics and they go, "Oh, I like that. I grew
Yeah,
up
well,
with
look
that.
at like
I really
Bolt
like
Gun.
that."
That has like a super cool aesthetic, and people love that
Exactly. It's a stylistic choice. They could have made Bolt Gun. They could have made Bolt Gun in the same vein of how they remade Doom. They could have chosen to do that, but they were like, nah, we know what we're doing with this.
one. And I think it would have
It's
lost a lot of
great
its charm
idea.
if they didn't do it like that. So I totally
Yeah.
agree with you.
No, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. So when when someone says to me the graphics were not going to go all in on looking like what's her face from Horizon Zero Dawn,
No,
that's
either
fine.
way. I really liked that
that's-
game when it came out, the first one.
I'm sure it's a good game and the graphics are amazing.
Before they
I'm
started
sure it's a great
bitching-
game. I haven't played it, but I'm sure it's a great game and the graphics are amazing. But it doesn't have to be that to be a quality game or to be quality graphics.
Yeah.
You know, and so when Alex here goes to build his point and click 40k horror game, I'm in no matter what.
Yeah, no, me
because he
too.
can use Fallout 1 graphics, he can use pixel art graphics, he can use like those found VHS tape graphics. I don't care. It's going to be sick because those
cool math
stylistic
games.
choices help the atmosphere. Yeah.
Or the very simplistic, very humble cell shade option is always always such a blissful choice. Whether it's like Borderlands or fucking RoboQuest. Hell yeah, RoboQuest.
Hell yeah, RoboQuest. Gentlemen, please keep going. I'm going to be back in like 5 or 6 minutes. I need to use the bathroom. Just keep going. Just keep going. I'll be back.
Hell yeah.
No, but I really love your idea, Alex. I think that's cool. I think it'd be super funny too if you like went through like the whole game and you're like, I finally won, and then you get to the end and like the Inquisition comes and he asks you a question and you mess it up and he just kills you.
He still shoots you in that.
Ending 31.5.
Wrong answer. Bam.
Heresy. Blam.
Yeah, for real. Oh man, everyone loves the Inquisition.
We really just generally need more 40k games as a whole. Like, I think
agree.
Warhammer Fantasy is generally pretty satisfied with just Total War 3. I think that game is so good that it covered the entire need of the fantasy community.
I'm hyped for that rumor about Total War 40k. I would love that.
I am interested to see how that goes, but I'm also like, with those kind of games, I'm like, with mass shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think that Space Marine 2 is a very good direction for us to go, and I fucking love to see some of these games that we named today so far. If these actually
100%.
come out at some point, dear God.
I've
That would be
a
actually
funny
insane.
one
I would love
to-
if any of these games came to fruition.
Yeah, I'm really excited to hear what Aaron has as well, because we already have
me
a whole
too.
ass list of super cool ideas.
I've got more like
this is a
single
public
player
call to
ones in
GW
mind.
to call us. Oh, sorry. Were you talking? Sorry.
It's
It's so
good
hard
now.
to do this Discord because usually in like conversations, I know when to stop talking because someone like makes the movements, you know?
Oh no, I have a horrific issue. Tom will notice it whenever he edits the audio. I have a bad habit of assuming or guessing when people have stopped or are going to stop talking.
Yeah.
So it ends up with me just going,
I feel bad.
and I don't mean to do it. It's just ADHD just going, talk, speak, do it now. And I just try to cut in without
real.
meaning to.
It's important to remember that we do have an aftercut, so like shit like this does like clean up, so any mistakes and stuff like that just get taken out.
Oh, perfect.
So sometimes if you are on a roll, just keep talking.
Yeah.
Because then Tom can just cut off anything in the background just to allow you to make your whole point and keep the conversation clear.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no,
yeah,
that's what he normally does. I just must give him more background grief than anybody else.
Oh, I can promise you, there is a lot of sounds that I make as well. I think I dropped my phone twice during this recording.
Did you? I didn't notice. You're fine. I think my chair's been making noises because I've been like readjusting. It's like squeaky. So I hope that's not too much of an issue for Tom.
At least it isn't Mood's cat just walking up to him, named Romeo, and just starts screaming at him for food.
He got into one of the audios earlier this morning. I think in one of the shorts you can hear him in the background.
Meow. Meow.
Don't worry, I'll fill in that little blank space. When you guys start talking later, I'll just meow from time to time.
Meow.
Moota's cat.
Tom will
such
come
a
back and he's like,
fella.
why is he meowing? What the hell?
What kind of weirdo have we got on our podcast, man?
He just fucking meows all the time. What a freak.
I am horrified that during the recording you've gained over 100 subscribers extra. That is actually just terrifying.
We could
Yeah,
look.
no, I
It was
can
at
see
like
it.
pretty much
Holy shit,
240. Oh yeah, I did. I'm at 24,258.
Jeez.
Kind of crazy.
That's fucking nuts.
Your growth is
I
actually...
don't even know
like,
what's happening with that either. I was like, holy shit, wait.
It's the style.
Yeah.
It's the style. You
And it's
are
not even
able
my
to
new
reach
video
the-
that's doing good. It's like an old one. It's the Fall Acadia one. That's the one that's been doing
it's-
good.
Like, that's the thing, right? But over time, you're gonna do more videos that do really good.
Yeah.
And it kind of just all accumulates together. Mm-hmm. And it just becomes a snowball effect, right? Like, YouTube is an entire snowball effect.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just gonna keep going for a while. So keep pushing that.
You'll just get promoted more and more. They realize,
Yeah.
this guy's doing really well. We're making a lot of money.
Yeah,
off this
then they
stuff.
watch my
push
old
it more,
videos
push
and
it more,
stuff.
push it more. Yeah, it's like how Mr. Beast is apparently like got the algorithm on paper and he knows when
that
and
how he
exactly
does
what
it?
to post. Apparently, he's got it all cracked. He just knows exactly how it works, when to work it, stuff like that. So he's just been fucking escalating since, hasn't he?
No, I totally believe him on that.
Now
He goes crazy.
I'm now about, together with 2 other people, about 300 hours of research into that.
Really?
Fucking
Oh wow.
hell.
No, yeah, you guys were
we've
talking
been
about that in like the Discord, and I'm like, what? What is all this stuff?
In the background, I've helped a lot with his stuff because he's just such a great fucking guy.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. Wow. We just did the best video game pitch of the world. You missed it.
You're gonna have to do some cutting before this, so just
Yeah, no, you have to cut this whole section.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I don't know what I'm ready for, but I'm ready.
So
you'll be excited.
whose turn is it now?
It is yours.
It's my turn.
It's yours, Aaron.
I bring 2 humble options. The first of which will be my jokey option, which will be a pixel art Tyranid cooking mama style game.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
You got your little Tyranid warrior with his little chef hat on. You get whatever corpse remains come in, and you dish it out according to whichever big gribblies on the other side of the counter.
I actually
All of
love
which
that.
in adorable little chibi art styles.
You just gave me such a hard flashback. Holy shit. That is a core memory you just unlocked.
And
have
you
a
could
quick
add in
DLC.
you could add in like a multiplayer mode, that one fucking Discord mobile Discord game that me, Tom, and Red placed like top 1% in on one level.
That was hardcore as fuck, by the way.
They're real gamers.
And you can just get like a lunch rush going. You get like so many orders come in. You only allow so many failures before you sort of shuts down the level. And it's like, okay, try again. High score, seeking style sort of arcade game. And I think it'd be really funny. And
that would be funny.
They're trying
like
to
that.
perfect. They're trying to perfect the perfect cooking bioform.
Yes.
Exactly.
Hell
The
yeah.
lunch rushes are just like enemy forces like assaulting you.
You've got 2 different fronts. You've got the cooking side, and you've got to get the ingredient side, where it cuts from this really beautiful little pixel art cooking bit with human remains, and it cuts to super hardcore, brutalistic fucking. We'll send more Tyranids here, more Tyranids there. We need more biomass. Push, push, push. And you gotta balance both sides. Some shit like that.
That's freaking awesome.
The game
I
just
love that
chops
one.
back, and again we got another game that chops back and forth between the lovey-dovey soundtrack and just
Yeah.
death metal.
That could be like, you know how like the DS used to do like 2 games on one cartridge? It could be a double feature.
Yeah. Oh god.
It goes from like fucking Stardew Valley music to fucking Doom Eternal. It's like,
Yeah.
holy shit. And I think that'd be funny. But my more serious
is a
option,
funny thing.
fellas, is a first-person, like, Imperial Citizen sort of role-based game where you've effectively been, like, captured by, like, Genestealer cultists. And you're the one lucky fucker, quotations lucky, that gets out of his bindings, whatever, before he gets processed, and he's just trying to get the fuck out. Almost like an Outlast
Alien
style
Isolation.
game.
That'd be cool.
Alien
Outlast,
Isolation,
yeah.
Outlast, some sort of synergy between the two. Yeah, exactly.
Yo,
You got the
that's
pace.
actually a
That is
cool
hard.
as fuck idea.
So obviously,
That is cool, actually.
You're
I like
essential
that a lot.
Imperial Citizen. You got no combat training. You got nothing. You don't even know how to work a gun. So that goes that idea out the window. It's purely just survival.
Don't even know how to read.
Yeah,
Don't know how to read.
yeah. But like
The game has no instructions, you can't freaking read.
So it starts off nice and easy, you know, fucking like lower level hives. You've got like your hybrid people walking around. Actually more introduced to the cults. I should know the name of them. Like cult
just like
hybrids and
neophytes?
stuff walking around. And it starts off easy. It's just a big fucking like dude with a fat head who you want to stay away from. Name's probably Tom or something god awful.
Cheers, G.
And then it starts ramping up a bit, and you get more like Tyranid-esque hybrids. You get aberrants, not abominants, that's a bit much. And it starts going up and up and up in different levels the further you get along in it. And then you got like Alien Isolation, sorry. You got like your patriarch that could be stalking you at every single
that'd
fucking
be cool.
corner, going
Yeah.
around. And you've got your standard sort of hiding survival bits, like lockers, get in the weirdly shaped flesh pod for your life, etc.
Yeah.
sort of thing.
You know,
Hell yeah.
I just thought of the DLC for that game.
Tyranid?
But it's like a big expansion DLC. So when you get to the game ends, like the base game, it ends with you getting outside, right? And you've revealed yourself to this giant sunlight. There's this sunlight. You can see citizens not very far away, a military outpost, and it's like, yeah, great. And the DLC begins where that scene ends, and you just see a bioship crash into the horizon. And so now the game ramps it up a notch, and it's the same kind of game. It's no longer Genestealers, it's the Tyranids.
And so and Death Leaper and Genestealers. Yeah, holy shit, that's cool.
Yeah. And then you got, as the game gets on and on, you've got big Tyranids. You know, imagine trying to hide from a goddamn Norn assimilate with those little chest spike thingies, poking holes through walls and
or like
grabbing
a Norn
people
emissary just like stomping through the city, and you're like, holy fuck, what am I supposed to do?
God.
I see that. I raise you toxicrene tentacles chasing you through buildings.
Yeah.
Even like Ripper Swords would be terrifying in that context.
Oh my god,
these little fuckers coming
It's
at
just
you.
a wall of movement coming at you.
Yeah, you're
And
like,
you know that one stage,
Oh, hell no.
one stage, there's only going to be one enemy nearby. One enemy. But it's a Hierophant.
Titan, yeah.
A whole ass Biotitan. And your tiny ass is like, I don't want it to see me. I don't want it to see me. And the thing is, if it sees you, guess what it does? It doesn't come down and grab you. It just opens up and releases the horde of gaunts at you.
oh yeah.
Just opens up, and the flesh and the fleshy noises, and it's kind of wet and slimy, and you just hear the sound of chittering, just masses of chittering. Oh, it's such a good idea, Aaron.
Imagine
really
how
good idea.
fucked up a Neurolictor sequence would be, where you're just in his field of like influence, where you're just having all these
You're
mental
just going like
effects
freaking
affect you.
insane.
Oh yeah, the psychic ones. Yeah, of course. And then there's Crollo the Harlequin, who in that situation with the Neurolictor would be thrilled. Oh, he'd be so happy. Oh, he'd be joyous even.
Or a Harespec sequence where you're just running from this gaping maw down a hallway sort of thing, and it's like fuck.
No. Underground sequence, and it's just you're avoiding the not the Tervigon, the Trigon, the Morlock.
Yeah, oh my god, Raveners as well. Yeah, I think it's
a
cool idea.
So much potential here. What the fuck?
Yeah, this
And
is
it just has a different spin on
crazy
it.
good idea.
Thank you, Bruce.
I think 40K needs to make a horror game like of any sort.
Like also like some orcs would work really well because people look at orcs and it's like, oh yeah, fucking crumpum boys, wagga wagga, gaza gaza, and it's like, no, those guys do not give a fuck about the concept of
orcs
life.
are scary.
That is one of the worst things you could be is in an orc encampment as a normal person.
Yeah, they have fun like torturing people. They're like, this is funny.
He's got a sequence of DLC of this one poor fucking Imperial Guardsman or citizen just getting fucking ruined. Our post DLC end sequence. Orc mega ship crashes into the bioship, turns into a
Like, there are sequels for it too.
and this guy is just there like, oh my,
That's so good.
Or imagine there's like a whole series of sequels, and it's like just the same guy, just like in all these horrible invasions.
And then after he gets away from the orcs, the fucking these big pillars come out the floor, and it's like it's actually a tomb world as well, and it's like fuck me, man.
This is the worst day ever.
This is literally your what's it called? Least eventful planet in 40K.
Least eventful feudal world, and it's just
Oh god. That's amazing.
Cool game.
I love this idea.
love that
And then you're right.
series.
And then after the Necrons, what comes after the Necrons?
the Grey Knights.
It's the Drakari.
No, it's the Drakari.
It's
They
the
just
Drakari,
like
yeah.
torture you horribly.
Comora portal opens up. See the fucking Kronos come out. It's fuck.
You see other people getting fucking HR Geigered, like in like cells and things. Oh, the hell.
Oh man.
Yeah.
The
And after
opening
that,
scene of the
fucking
Dark
absolute
Elder one is
nightmare.
you're just like watching some guy get skinned alive, and then the Dark Elder, once he gets to you, he's like, oh wait, hold on, I gotta take a call. And then you somehow get away.
And then Taneshi demons come in.
At some point in this, you get sucked into Kamara.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then you get back out again, and then it's like you're on a different planet, and now this planet, and that's how that game ends. The final sequence is in Kamara, and you manage to escape. You're on a new planet, and then the next game starts on that new planet, and lo and behold, now it's classic 40k. You're in a Space Marine versus Chaos Space Marine battlefield.
Yeah.
This is, and you know what the fun part is? This is where Alex's point and click fucking adventure starts.
That's one. But yeah, it's in a series of the same guy.
Yeah. You've just gone through all this hell only to end it in my point and click game. Dear God.
And then the grand finale, you get executed by an Inquisitor for like being a heretic.
No, I was going to say on that, I realized the funny version would be like if it's demons versus Grey Knights. And then either way you're fucked because you either get killed by a demon or you've seen too much. Please face the wall. And it's like, oh no, dude.
But instead of executing, they send you to a war camp and you somehow get out of that.
After getting through all of this guy doesn't need the Grey Knights to tell him he's seen too much.
He's like,
this guy is so traumatized.
But
I love it. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
To be able to perpetual, he doesn't even get to die.
The super realistic, hyper detailed ambience through the fucking walls of just all the like slow burn effects where it's like, fuck me, the aura in this game is fucking nuts. I'm getting
it's
chills.
Actually insane.
Aaron, that's a genius idea. I love
that's
this.
a really good idea.
Right. Devin, do you have any more?
I do, but they're mostly just jokes at this point.
I have one more serious one, but it's nowhere near
one.
as big as the first one. It's nowhere near as big as the first one, guys, I promise.
All right, cool. Let's hear it.
It's only 40 minutes, guys. That one was an
It's
hour.
only
It's like
instead of
25%
an hour,
smaller.
it's 40 minutes.
Fucking
So
No, I would listen to your freaking like first game pitch like for 10 hours. I love that idea.
I feel like that first game pitch, we could have just kept going. I feel like we really
like
could
of
have
all
fleshed
the
the
ones
whole
we
thing
talked
out.
about, that's the one that's like does like legitimately have a chance of being made one day.
They fucking better, man. If they
we
don't,
put so
That's
much
such a
energy in.
home run idea. Like on my comments,
It
almost
is.
everybody said something like that too. That was like the most
Really?
common one where people were like, "Just give me 40k Battlefield. I don't care what the factions are."
oh, Battlefield, yeah.
Or 40k
Yeah, but I mean, I'm
Battlefront
genuine-
Battlefield. Yeah.
But I really meant it with the Battlefront, the old school Battlefront 2 comparison, because
I
that
love
game had a freedom to it, a free flow, a lightness to it that the new new Battlefront games don't. If that makes sense.
I agree. It had like a sort of magic to it.
And that if you could capture that essence.
Yeah.
And
Also,
fucking,
tangent, I hate how they named the new Battlefront 2 again. It's so annoying. I don't want to type
why, right?
Battlefront 2 old.
Yeah, they should have just called it. They could. I mean, I'd be calling them Battlefront, but
Yeah, I don't know what they would have called
like
it, but
3 or
it's annoying when they
Battlefront,
use the
like-
same titles like years apart. And I'm like, "Grr."
Just call it. Yeah, but it is what it is. You know,
Yeah, it's
you know,
whatever.
fucking shitty greedy game company's gonna shitty greedy game company. Who knows? You know. But
Well, EA actually
all right,
got the Star Wars license, so now I wonder what they're gonna make.
well, EA aren't exactly. Oh.
Let's have EA make all these game ideas. They'd be great.
Look, I've played enough Apex Legends to tell you, don't do that.
If EA
Don't do that.
have to do this idea, nah, man, nah. Right, my last idea, boys. My last idea. So this is a heavily story-driven, right? So heavily story-driven strategy/simulation game with visual novel / puzzle game elements. Right?
That sounds
So
interesting.
you're on the Hive world of Tiberius, and Tiberius is, is your typical Hive world. Lots of people. It's in the Segmentum Solar. It is a crucial industrial and administrative hub for the Imperium, and you are an administratum clerk of some variety, yeah? You're a vital cog in this great bureaucratic machine, okay? And the player takes the role of this clerk, and you have to manage paperwork and permits and approvals, and you got to do all these things to keep the Hive world functioning, and whilst you're doing all of this, you're managing relationships with other people and other characters, like you would in a visual novel. I don't know if any of you guys have ever gone through any visual novels, but a lot of this is going to rely on how well it's written and how well these characters are, etc., but whatever, beside the point. So the gameplay is going to involve that, reviewing documents, is going to involve making critical decisions for the Hive world, navigating the bureaucracy, as it were. And as you progress, your tasks will become more or less complex, whatever, and you can get promotions, this, and that. And your sort of core mechanics are going to revolve around things like this. You're going to have your conversation, your standard visual novel mechanics, where you make choices to determine outcomes and such, right? But you're still going to have other mechanics that are to do with the practicalities of your job. So creating like stations, like a resource management game. So creating and upgrading stations that could range from like resource collection to interrogations and things, and such and such, or document reviews. And this is actually where the idea sort of started, because I know someone said it earlier. I think Alex said it earlier about papers, please.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And so I sort of thought about this is where this whole thing came about, and it sort of devolved into this. So it could be, you reviewing documents, you got your resource management, you could do maybe one thing that you have to do during the game multiple times is like interrogations, etc., etc. Dealing with bribes from like shady people and unknown cults and blackmail, political maneuvering, and choosing, and most importantly, choosing things, choosing whether to uphold the law or to sort of bend it to your advantage, and you've got various upgrades and stuff you can learn and use throughout the game, and a big old cast of characters, again, much like a visual novel. And maybe, it's grimdark, it's 40k, so you got different options for them. No small amount of grimdark fates. Maybe your beloved, maybe the game actually thrusts a character towards you, one character in particular, who is really likable, really good, a really nice character. You know how every game has that one character that everyone likes?
Yeah.
That kind of character. And it turns out the only way to not get them servitorized is really fucking difficult. So everyone's first playthrough of the game, they end up servitorizing this person. I don't know if you guys have read that one thing about getting servitorized. That shit sucks. And maybe because we got those visual novel elements, we don't need to hold back on any of the gory details of any of this horrible shit, Yeah. But no, other things go on, you get random events like any good management game, such as, economical stuff, riots, supply shortages, inquisitorial audits, or even appearances of a potentially Xenos nature. And so as the plot sort of develops, it is going to be a very heavily story-driven game. So as you sort of delve deeper into this sort of administrative chaos, you begin to notice strange occurrences and irregularities, not only in your documents, but in the people around you, in the world around you, and everything that's going on. Requests for resources from unknown sectors, reports of missing personnel, unusual patterns of movement in the population, right? Just all sorts of things that hint towards something being wrong.
Hell yeah.
And as the tension
Building
builds,
suspense.
And as the tension builds, you uncover evidence of a Genestealer cult infiltrating the Hive, right? And the plot twist is, at the final stages of the game, it becomes clear that this Genestealer cult has infiltrated the highest echelons of the Hive City's administration.
That'd be cool.
And the culmination of the game sees the Hive world on the brink of falling to the control of this Genestealer cult. And depending on how you've played the game, how many shady deals you've taken will decide the true ending of the game. And so the game has like 4 different endings, right? And you don't know this playing through on your first playthrough. You don't know that this shady deal you've taken to have a bit of extra money to help your friend. Because again, the visual novel aspect, right? This is the thing, is going to prompt you to work to help your favored characters. That's why it's going to be so heavily story driven. That's how all this works. But you've got your one ending, right? I've written 4 endings. It's cool. The first one is Imperial Saint, and it's you manage to successfully rout the Genestealers at every single opportunity without fail, leading to the ultimate demise of their cult through the unassailable power of bureaucracy, right?
Yes,
this is the kind of ending you get where you like alienate all of the characters that you are meant to befriend, right? This is the ending that's really hard to get because you do all the wrong things from a normal human moral perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got the heroic sacrifice ending, right? Where you sort of aid the loyalists in a doomed demise, where you do something that ensures the Hive world is lost. But you buy sort of precious time for the Imperium to sort of counter this in a larger picture. And then you got the sort of the escape and warn, which is the really selfish ending, which is very similar in a sense that the world is taken, but you get away, right? You get away to some unknown fate. And then the final one is the one you guess is the one where you join the cult, where you've taken so many bribes, you've interacted with this cult so much that you probably learn of the Genestealers long before you're normally meant to, and you actually get involved in this, and maybe you get your beloved characters involved in it as well, and the game ends where you're a part of the cult and everyone else is a part of the cult, and like the final line on the screen is like, and now you wait for the Great Devourer.
Oh, that would go so hard. The Herman von Straub ending.
Yeah. But nowhere near as big and as grand as the Battlefront idea. But I just really like this idea of a story-driven game. It's like, because you could see this kind of gaming, like 2/3 of the game could almost have a wholesome kind of feel to it in the way the visual novels do, where you really get attached to some characters. You really get into them,
I'm just now realizing that this game could literally line up from that game to Aaron's game.
Let's just connect them. Let's connect them all.
It's the slow build-up of the same person just having the worst time ever.
Wait.
Oh, God. So you've heard of John Warhammer. Get ready for John Imperium.
John Imperium, yes, there we go.
Hell yeah.
That'd be the greatest series of all time.
I thought it was really cool. I thought of this idea a few nights ago, and I sort of was working on it a little bit each night just to come up with this little thing to show you. A lot of the ideas seem a little bit like mix and match. Maybe we go a little bit less on some of the resource management things. Maybe you could just go full visual novel with this story. Maybe it doesn't need those other elements.
Work too. Yeah.
I
mean, like, I know a lot of people would want like a gameplay element, but I think just going completely full story based, that would be really interesting. Like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. Be.
Yeah. Yeah, and the fact, I feel like the main vibe I'm thinking of is that most of the game feels wholesome in a way that 40K really can't. Yeah. Only for the ending to remind you of the setting you're really in.
Yeah, then that would make it like feel like double shitty when you're like, all my friends are dead.
Yeah, and it's your fault.
Yeah, it's your fault. It's like directly your fault.
Yeah. Maybe the game will throw you for a loop halfway through where it'll be like have one grimdark thing. It's like someone gets turned into a servitor or someone gets taken by the Inquisition or something, But I think it's a really good one, man. I think it's a really good one.
I really like that idea. I think the format too, like, really lends itself to like allowing you to be more grimdark as well.
Yeah,
like because they can't just have these like NC-17 stuff in like a shooter game or something, Yeah, like they wouldn't want to.
As long as it has a sick Slavic style soundtrack like Papers, Please, I'm in.
Yes, there we go. Perfect. One of my viewers actually had an idea that was somewhat similar to that. I don't know if you guys know, like, I think it's Frostpunk. They're saying Frostpunk, but you're controlling an Imperial hive, and I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think that's kind of where I got stuck in my head, like from a visual, like a overworld perspective. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing, going from objective to objective, maybe not quite as resource managey as Frostpunk.
Yeah.
But that visual overworld of, hey, here's your settlement, your hive city.
No, yeah, I really like the narrative focus you pitched. Yeah, I think that's very cool.
Well, I think that maybe that's the way to do it. Because I feel like taking the rug out from underneath you is like something that this kind of game could probably do pretty well.
Oh, 100%.
But maybe it doesn't have to be a visual novel. Maybe it could be a similar format to something like that game Detroit Beyond Human, or a similar format to Life is Strange, or games that have that kind of format. Not necessarily anything like those stories, but very much similar to how those games are formatted. So that in like the 3D, you follow a character, you go do things. There's like a set line you follow, but the decisions you make can turn that line into very different directions later on. You know?
Yeah. I'm thinking like the Telltale games. I don't know if those are similar. But
Telltale games, that's another great example that I
close.
completely forgot about. Those, in fact, those are the best examples for this sort of thing.
Yeah. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, no, I think it's easy to like think, oh, it's 40K, we need an action game. But I think a story-based, like more almost low-key kind of game like you pitch, I think that'd be really fascinating to see.
Yeah,
I don't know if GW would
give
ever
it the proper
make it.
storytellers. Well, here's the fun part, right? This is the perfect kind of game that GW actually has so many bastards at Black Library who could do this thing justice.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
Because people who write stories don't necessarily translate very well to video games or movies in general, but I think they would translate much better to a story-driven video game.
I totally agree.
Than anything else. I think it really would work. Because, I mean, I tell you what, I knew about 2/3 of the way through coming up with this idea that it was a good idea yesterday when I was reading the excerpt from a book where a noble's son got taken in a forge. He was in a forge world and he got taken because he insulted the Omnissiah, kind of, or something to do with them. So he insulted someone, right? And he got taken, and it was 2 or 3 pages worth of him being turned into a servitor whilst being fully conscious, and it was fucking harrowing. Oh my god, I wish I hadn't read it. It was so fucking harrowing, but I couldn't look away. I had to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, I had to keep going, man. It was so brutal. This guy got fucked. This guy had a bad time. And they waited until the very end. So they waited until they couldn't do anything worse to him before they lobotomized him. It was terrible.
Oh, jeez.
And I was reading through that, and I was like, yeah, this is the power of, like, pulling the rug away. Because that was a character who'd been spoiled his entire life. And the thing that made that excerpt so harrowing is, like, throughout all of it, he's basically saying that he's waiting for someone to come in and put a stop to this. That he knows that he believes that someone is eventually going to come in and put a stop to this. They've taken one arm away. They took his other arm away. They've taken his, away. Then they take his legs away. And it's like, and they've taken his jaw away. They're taking everything. And throughout all of it, he's like, no, someone's going to come in and put a stop to this because he's the son of a noble family. Like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's terrible. It's so bad. Anyways, yes, servitorization, nice, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely. It's not a vibe. It's not a vibe.
It's brutal.
Yeah, so a whole podcast episode about the servitorization process.
Yeah, just remember to don't bite your tongue, put in your mouth guard, clench your fists, hold on tight, do a couple Hail Marys.
Fun old time.
Yeah, Bob's your uncle. Right, gentlemen, does anyone else have any more to do, or should we draw this episode to a close? Actually, you say you got a couple of joke ones. You want to just burn through your joke ones real fast?
Yeah, let me just run through them real quick.
Hell yeah.
I have the obligatory Eldar dating sim. Like, each different Eldar faction would be the different archetypes of girls.
I knew this episode wasn't going to survive without a dating sim.
Yep, there it is.
I have Warhammer 40 cart, except the K in cart is like bolded, so it's 40K. And then Kart. And it's just Mario Kart, but 40K characters.
That's amazing. I literally want to play as somebody in Terminator armor in a kind of
go-kart. That'd be fun.
That would be hilarious.
If they had like chibi vehicles, like well, I don't know what Terminators really ride. What is it, the Rhino?
It's got chibi proportions, right? Everything is chibi proportions, but the visuals are still grim as fuck.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Like he's riding. Oh no, it's a Land Raider they ride. It's like a tiny little Land Raider with your giant Terminator just like sitting in it. And then each faction has their little thing. Like the Guardsmen, we'd have like our Chimera or our Lehman Russ.
Yeah,
whatever.
It's all named characters. It's all named characters.
Yeah,
it's all named characters. So you got Creed. You got Creed sticking out the top of like a tiny Bane blade. He's just going.
No, that'd be so cute.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And a freaking tiny Chaos Land Raider.
What I wouldn't do. What I wouldn't do.
For Warhammer 40 cards.
God.
Oh, please.
Then,
that's so good. You got fucking Samael on it on like a chibi version of his goddamn jet bike.
Yes. No, that'd be cool. See? I love that idea. Yeah, I've been playing Gladius, and they have like kind of chibi-ish like vehicles because the infantry is just freaking huge. And so I'm like, okay, wait, just put those people in that vehicle.
The Orcs
would be the most fun
a monopoly on like the cool looking vehicles.
No, they would have a ton of cool
Gaz
stuff.
riding, bro?
Yeah, which vehicle would Gaz ride?
He just gets the whole war truck to himself.
Yeah. They could even have like the beast one. They could have like one guy just like not even on a vehicle, he's just on his attack squig.
Oh god, that's so good. What about?
That's a fun idea. I like that one.
The fucking Votan. It's a land fortress. You just got this one Carl.
Or if they really want to get silly, they have the land train.
Land train. They've got the Sagittal as well, to be fair. Which
The
is more
fact
like
they don't have a land train makes me sad. That's one of the reasons I don't like the current Votan.
They'll flesh them out. They'll get there. Don't you worry.
Yeah, they'll get better eventually. No, that's what people come and ask me during my like stream. They're like, "Why do you hate the Votan?" And I'm like, "I don't hate them. There's just like nothing there for me to like."
Oh goddamn! We talking. We are all big fans of the Votan, but mostly because we see we see the potential. It's going to get there.
No, there's a ton of potential.
We'll be vindicated. We know it.
I mean, Archer Bones had a 2-hour screaming session at me about them, and since then I have been sold because I'm too terrified to say no. So yes, I love the Leagues of Votan.
I'm gonna get pounced now. Feel free to just bully me.
Arthur loves the Votan as well. But
the Votan also, I'm a bit
great.
miffed they don't have like their big like dwarf beards. I think they look funny with like just the goatees. I'd rather them have like a giant massive beard. I think that'd be cool. I know it doesn't make sense with like their helmet, like the helmet style they went with, but that made me sad. I was like, man.
Yeah, we'll get one Votan sooner or later who's got a fucking beard all the way down to his belly button.
That'd be cool.
It'll happen.
Yeah. No, I am excited for their future. I think they have a solid foundation. It's just that as they are now, they like barely have any lore. They barely have any models.
Yeah. But you know what they do have, I like. I just want more of it, you know? I just want more of what they have.
No, 100%.
You know,
for sure.
They'll get there.
Yeah.
They'll get there.
Once they give us a land train, they'll be my favorite faction.
Right, gentlemen. Wait, did you say you had another one? Do we have any more?
I do have another one, but we don't have to talk on it if we want to end. I think Warhammer 40 cart is a good way to end.
Warhammer 40 cart is a good way to end. It's a brilliant idea.
It's an absolute banger.
Truly genius.
I can't wait for Warhammer 40 cart. Just like lose all my friendships.
Nah. Who cares? You don't need friendships when you're the best.
Yeah, what would some of the items for Warhammer 40 cart be? Maybe we could talk on that for a second.
Man.
Let's see.
I require a microvirus bomb. I want to be able to throw a chain axe at somebody.
Phosphex grenade.
A Phosphex grenade. Maybe a Melta bomb.
Oh yeah, no, definitely a Melta bomb. Oh, 100% a Melta bomb.
I feel like there would be like universal items and then like character specific items. Like they get a special
The little
one.
cloud creature, I'd like that to be a dreadnought.
Yes.
Just a little dreadnought just waving at you as you go by and like
That'd be so
rounds.
cute.
Just Gabriel Angelos just chucks the whole ass fucking heavy Thunderhammer. Just the whole thing.
Angron has the ability he literally throws Karn and Karn just like chases you down.
Yeah,
he's a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah, Karn's not even a playable character. Karn is just something that appears if you're playing Angron.
The big bullets, you know?
Yeah,
That's his Karn. It's just fuck man.
That could be yeah. Perfect.
Is there any like what other like fucking funny Imperial characters would there be? Like
I would want Yarick. I'm just a big Yarick fan.
But it's the same thing, but it's instead of like Angron and Karn, it's fucking Helbrecht and Grimaldus.
Oh, wait, yeah. That would go hard.
Just launch Grimaldus at someone. Fuck yeah. And then, no, Grimaldus is the playable character because we got to have a guy whose car is basically some kind of coffin, right?
Yeah.
Grimaldus would be. Oh no, actually, that would be Dante. Dante would be riding around in a fucking
Dante
coffin.
would be fucking depressed.
Asmodai would be great as he's just driving past people. Just has little voice lines like "Curse you, repent."
Yeah, everyone
I would want the Dark
you
Angels
die.
to throw little Watchers of the Dark, just like toss them around, do whatever.
Everyone gets super cheesy voice lines in this, 100%.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Like the dumbest shit you've ever heard. I think that would be beautiful. I would want a Commissar Kane as well. He does the same thing. There's 3 characters who throw their friends like as items. He throws Jurgen and like melts a bomb somebody.
It's like, what about like special lines, like interaction lines? Like if you get like knocked out, if you're an Eldar and you get knocked out by anyone who's Imperial, it's just this extremely low-key racist line about the Monkai. You know, just straight up.
Ah, you know,
You
silly
fucking
Monkai. It's like your brain just getting pissed off at Gilliman.
God, man. What other, I feel like I'm forgetting a faction in my head. I'm trying to, that's it. How the fuck are the Tyranids going to work in this?
Tyranids, they don't have a car. They just run really fast.
What's the fastest Tyranid?
Actually, no, you're
be
missing
funny.
the trick.
They got
You're missing
flyers.
the trick for
They
a
got
Tyranid
flyers.
cart, a Tyranid cart.
Wait, that'd be
bioform.
cute.
Tyranid
Oh,
car.
yeah. It has like bio wheels or something. Because they have bio guns, so like they're like
Yeah, why
mechanical
not?
beings almost.
Each wheel
It's
is
just
a
a
living
completely
being.
new species or whatever for the game. They make a model to tie in. It's just a
I love it.
That'd be so funny.
I think that would be funny, or it'd be funny if like one of the like crab looking one is just like really quickly scuttles around like Mr. Krabs or something. It's like
One of the different ones, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be so
oh.
good. You could have like three.
man.
One that's the obvious cart piss take, one that's the crab, and something that just floats.
Well, yeah, every faction would have a few characters. They would have a cool roster that everyone loves. I'm just imagining the Necrons in their like Tesseract vault or something, like Trazen in his Tesseract vault, just zooming around.
One of the monoliths, just a giant monolith, but it's diggy.
Yeah,
Well, what are those pyramid things called? The pyramid things, are they called the monoliths? Am I mixing those
aren't
up?
they called? I think they're monoliths and Tesseract vaults. It's like it's a double
Tesseract
kit or
vaults
something.
are the
Yeah.
open ones with a katana in it.
Yeah, there we
Oh,
go. There
okay.
we go. Yeah. I don't know my Necron lore super well either. I'm an Imperial simp through and
No,
through.
Red's hot shit on his fucking Necron lore at the moment. He's really big on that.
Oh, if he was here, he would have killed me. He
Necrons.
would just straight up executed me.
Oh yeah,
You know about the Necrons?
You'd been pimp slapped.
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like this idea deserves more explanation and more like. So I bet there's some great ideas in the comment section on the right now.
No, I kind of
People
wish I
talking about
developed it a little bit more than just like writing the joke name. Because actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I do actually
Yeah,
like
it's
this idea.
good, isn't it? Should we do a comeback part 2 for this episode where we actually develop this idea?
Yeah, it's just the one
probably
it's
should.
Warhammer
Yeah.
40 cart.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
We
I'll
sent
tell
it
you
to
what I'll
Games
do.
Workshop.
I'll be really annoying. I'll develop the Battlefront idea some more.
Perfect. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I was falling
No,
asleep.
let's
Actually, I'll tell you
all
what we'll
come back.
I'll
We
tell you
think
what we'll
of
do.
passive and active buffs for the Warhammer 40 carts.
I'll tell you what we should do, actually, Devin. To be fair,
Yeah.
For the
Yes.
Battlefront idea, let me come on the KrakDuk channel, right? And we'll do that 50-minute fucking video.
The 50-minute, yes,
for
perfect.
the fucking 40k Battlefront. We'll make it
We're
happen.
just nerding about freaking Warhammer Battlefront for an hour.
We'll turn it into a whole thing, man. It'll be awesome. That would be so.
That
cool.
would be cool. No, I would
I
love
am
to
so excited.
have a Warhammer 40k Battlefront. That's my dream game. I didn't put it in my original
is.
video because I thought I was like, that's just like too much of a home run idea.
That's why it needs to be there, man.
Yeah.
That's why it needs to happen.
No, for real. That would be freaking awesome.
That'd be sweet.
Hell yeah.
Right, gentlemen, should we look at drawing this episode to a close?
Yes, sir.
Can I go bathroom real quick before we go? I need to pee again.
Yeah, go.
I've been drinking
We'll-
water like a madman. All right, I'll
We'll
be
tell you
back.
what, you'll come back and we'll answer the Patron questions.
All right, sick.
Well done, making it to the end of this episode with the incredible KrakDuk, aka Devin. If you're enjoying the content, please consider smashing that subscribe button. And if you want to support, consider taking a look at our Patreon, linked down below. And if you fancy interacting with the team or myself, jump on into our Discord. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Aaron, I had no fucking faith in you whatsoever.
fucking knew it.
Not a fucking diddly. Not a fucking iota. I had no faith in you at all.
About how
I
Tom
was
had
sure
zero
you were
faith.
going to come here and say, "Oh yeah, Dark Souls, but 40k." I was so
No,
sure
Aaron
you
freaking
were.
cooked.
Yeah,
His
bro,
ideas were
absolutely.
The idea was great. I was completely blown away by actually how fun it was and how well it lined up.
That shit
No,
was
and I
cracking,
love how
man.
all three of them ended up connecting, where it's like, this is just one
Yeah.
series of this guy's like horrible life.
John Imperium, man. The life and times of John Imperium. It fucking sucks.
All right,
Right,
John
gentlemen.
Imperium.
Gentlemen, let's answer some patron questions. So we have, once again, we have 2 this week. And joining them, as we usually do with our guests, is our wonderful guest, Devin, aka KrakDuk, once
Yes.
again.
It's
And
me.
so, our first one is from Zax Pamalama. And Zax Pomalama asks, what actor or actors would you cast to play your favorite Warhammer character or characters? So, what we're going to do, we're going to modify this just for the sake of expediency, because if I take this at face value, we will be here for another hour. So, each of us will pick one Warhammer character that we really like, and one actor who we would have either play or voice that character. Alex, would you like to go first, or would you like me to go first?
Please repeat this sentence. I think my fucking internet cut out for a moment. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Just quickly.
Leave. Kicked off.
Dead.
Yeah, no, my internet shut down to like 10,000 ping, and now I'm okay again.
Is it raining again? Has it been raining again?
No. It's actually fine now. Oh. I think my Discord just shut itself. But yeah,
that's okay.
My recording is still going.
I caught like ASMR rain recording sounds when I did your last audio. It was great. Because I've got I get so fucking sleep triggered when I hear like proper loud rain noises, and so I was like I started working on the audio from the last episode at like 5:30 in the morning the other day, and I started working at 5:30, and it got to like 6:15 in the morning. I'm listening to your audio, and it's like super heavy rain noises, and at that time of the morning, I can very easily go back to sleep. And so I'm hearing these rain noises. I'm like, oh man, I'm in trouble. This ain't good.
I'm sorry.
He's blessing the rains in South Africa.
Oh my god. You bastard.
Okay, so the question again, Alex, is you got to pick. So Zax Pomalama, you got to pick one character in 40k that you really like, and then you've got to pick one actor to play that character or to voice act that character.
Oh, okay. So surprisingly, my actual straight up favorite character in all of 40k is actually Asterion Moloch.
Okay, that's kind of curious.
For some reason, I really like just the way he is. That one interaction with the Custodes where he makes the Custodes fearful for a moment, like puts him on edge, like really opened my eyes. And to me, the Minotaurs are way closer to the Warhounds than the way they were beforehand.
Okay.
So I would go for Asterion Moloch, and I'm just thinking of the voice acting. This is just my headcanon. I don't know why, but he has to have like the deepest storytelling voice when he actually does finally talk.
Yeah.
Like a slightly robotic Morgan Freeman voice.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
Very slow talking. But like because of the tremble, it sounds like he's always fuck mad underneath it.
Your answer is Asterion Moloch and Morgan Freeman.
I'm not kidding. Yeah.
That's
interesting.
That's
an interesting one.
I have a very specific headcanon for him, and I don't know how I ended up there.
That's literally Pilk. You've put Pepsi in milk. That's what you've done.
God.
But you know what? I appreciate it. Aaron, what about you, buddy?
Come back to me.
Aaron's Googling names of actors. Gotcha.
Something like that.
Devin, would you like to go first, or would you like me to give you a few more moments?
Oh, you could go first. I have somewhat of an idea, but I don't know for sure.
So,
this is a hard question.
Pomalama, I'm going to give you an answer. But take note, but I'll probably say my answer, and then in like a day or two, or maybe a week, I'll change my answer. So if you see a ping from me in your DMs, it's because I've changed my fucking answer, I guess. It is a tough one, though. And I am a little bit tainted. I do have a little bit of an issue, but I think you'll understand why. It seems okay to me. So, did any of you guys ever play Space Marine 2010 or 2011?
Yes, of course.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Titus in that game is voiced by none other than Mark Strong.
Wait, is he actually? I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Mark Strong, to me, is the perfect voice for so many characters in 40k. So many characters. People, I mean, anytime someone says to me, because we see this a lot, we used to see this a lot in the Discord, where we had like this period, like about a year ago, where every week someone would post a new fucking actors as 40k characters. Sorry, actors as Primarchs list.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
And I'd want to pull my toes off and then swallow them and choke and die, because each of them would just be a rejigged version of here are my favorite characters from Game of Thrones as
true.
Primarchs, and I just want to break my own neck. Anyways, no, sorry, I just needed to say that, actually. That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just needed to say that.
Just want to break some necks.
But my answer is Mark Strong, and I would really struggle to pick a single character. Mark Strong could be Gilliman as voice. No one could play a Primarch in person, because Primarchs don't look like people.
They're like freaks.
As far as the face goes and the voice goes, Mark Strong could be Horus. Very easily.
That could work. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd struggle to pick a single character, but no matter what character it's going to be, the actor is going to be Mark Strong, 100%. Through and through.
I also struggled with the character because, like, I was thinking of my favorite characters. I'm like, I don't know any actors that would like embody them personally.
Yeah,
but
it's really
if
hard.
you're done with yours, I am ready with mine now. I think.
Go fucking nuts! Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so this isn't like my favorite character or anything, but it is a cool character. I just got done watching Furiosa like this weekend. And I was thinking, like, the whole time, I was like, Anya Taylor-Joy, like, kind of looks like an elf. I don't know how to describe it, but, like, she has that, like, type of face. And so I think she would fit, like, Yvraine or Lilith Hexprite really well, especially after seeing her in Furiosa being, like, a badass, like, murderer. I was like, she would fit really well with that, I think. And she, like, has that look where, like, her face is, like, in the nicest way possible. Like, it's kind of off, you know?
Yeah, no,
like,
I know. No, I know. I think everyone knows what you mean. Everyone knows.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that like super fits for the elves, where like the elves are supposed to be like they look weird and alien to humans, but like in an appealing way, you know. And so I think that she would fit that. And she also has like the action star power now. I feel with the Furiosa. I don't know if you guys watched it. That was a really good movie.
I haven't seen it just yet, but it is on the menu.
Oh, it's freaking awesome. It's really good.
She was great in the menu as well, by the way.
Oh, the menu was good too. Yeah. No, she's been pumping out bangers.
It's a good movie.
All her movies have been good, I feel.
Yeah,
at least the ones I've seen.
I mean, you picked a really great choice there. I was not expecting anyone here to pick a woman, so fucking kudos to you. Yeah. Most 40k
woman
fans
power.
don't even know women exist, which is crazy. So
I've never actually seen a woman in my life.
No, me neither.
I just wanted to. Yeah, they don't let me out of my
girlfriend exists in my imagination. I don't know where does yours live there too?
No, I've same.
I'll go ask my wife if she's seen any.
Yeah, we should arrange a date with our imaginary girlfriends, to be fair.
Could she explain it to us, please? Like what women are?
But I think my only problem with that is she's not tall enough, but it's the same thing with Mark Strong, right? He's nowhere, no one can be physically embodied.
If they can make Tom Cruise and Robert Downey Jr. look like not manlets, I think they could do something with her.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You picked the two Eldar, though.
I don't know any other Eldar characters except for like
you missed.
He's cool.
I'm afraid I have to roast you though.
Oh no!
Because you picked the two. I think Alex knows where this is going. You picked the two Eldar who are synonymous for their feet. I'm afraid.
Oh, I didn't mean it in that way.
Unfortunately, I have to sentence you to death now.
No, don't put me in the milky room,
make this
please.
Movie, if we're going to make this movie, understand that Tarantino is going to be the one that
we'll make the movie. We'll retcon it that Yvraine and Lilith always wore shoes. They're really thick boots, really ugly leather boots that nobody likes.
Hey, Tarantino will do that in a millisecond. He'd see that script and he's like, yes!
That's his final movie. He stops the critic to make that.
Oh, God. Excellent choice.
No, that was my point all along. I wanted Tarantino, so...
that's a really excellent choice. I think it's a really well-cooked choice, too.
Thank you.
Really good stuff. Mm-hmm. Right, Alex, Aaron, which of you two is feeling brave?
I will step forward.
I've already done that.
Excellent. Come on, then.
This is probably a hilariously uneducated take, but it just seemed to work in my head. I'm going to go with Angron with Russell Crowe.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be funny.
There's a movie Russell Crowe did recently, only a couple of years ago, called Unhinged.
Mm.
And it's about a guy. I don't want to fucking spoil it, but it's about road rage. And he's a very angry driver.
They just recorded Russell Crowe like in real life.
He's just driving down the M1.
That's not a title. That's a description.
Hold on. Let me send you. I'm going to put it in references right now. You guys can have a look at this.
Let me see.
This is the movie and the tagline for the movie. And this could apply to Angron. That tagline can apply to Angron.
Wait, that fits so well, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
He can
It
happen to
reminds me
anyone.
of the South Park episode where they're like watching Russell Crowe like go around the world and beat the shit out of people.
Just angled on the deck of his fucking ship. Just, you bad.
Russell Crowe as Angron, not bad.
Not bad.
As far as I'm
that was
concerned.
very hard.
Yeah. Shave
Not
him, give him
bad.
some butcher nails.
Yeah. Give him a bold cap.
Yeah, I honestly think you might be onto something there. I mean, the man's aged horribly in the last 20 years, but I honestly
What does
think
he
you might
look
be
like?
onto
I haven't
something
even
there.
seen him in a while. Let me look.
Actually, he looked okay in Nice Guys, but since...
Oh yeah, he does look a bit different.
He could also work
Yeah,
as
I mean-
Khan, but Angron, I think, is the big one.
No, that's
I have-
excellent choice.
One more suggestion that just randomly hit my brain as we were talking about this. What if we get a Lotara-focused movie, but it's made by Margot Robbie?
Why?
Who knows? She
cool.
could do an amazing job at making
That's
a
the world eater
genuinely-
like commander,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
She could do an amazing job at making a super aggressive character. And like show the perspective of humans during the Horus Heresy.
And then we have
Crusade.
Russell Crowe Angron like as her supporting
Hell
cast.
yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, is your answer Margot Robbie as...
Lotara.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. That is an unfiltered dog shit opinion.
Yeah. Look,
Anyone
Is
that
she,
makes-
like actually mad or just like Harley Quinn insane person mad?
Yeah, I mean,
Only
I feel like that
Harley
one
Quinn
is
has seen the person mad
Lotara
so
is
far.
never mad. Lotara is composed fury. You know? God, Alex.
What? Oh,
God damn it. Can I like force...
this is hard for me. I don't watch movies, okay? I don't know that much.
Alex, God damn it. Okay, we're moving on to the next Patreon question before
Like,
I
can we
turn
have Michael
Alex
Cera
into
as Gilliman?
Michael Cera as Gilliman.
He has that like
Right.
curly Roman-esque hair.
Yeah, we need to move to the next Patreon question pronto mundo. Right, the last Patreon question for this episode before we can all fuck off and go home is from Loyalist Iron Warrior number 3, aka Maxi. And Maxi asks, which traitor Primarch do you think you could live the longest around? So, being in the presence of, being around, being with, whatever. They've not specified demon or not demon.
Oh,
So, I guess you get to choose, to be fair. So, I'm going to be honest. If for me, I think there's a really obvious answer here.
Mhm.
And that would be 30k Alfarius. Because
Yep,
that's
30k
true, yeah.
Alfarius just wasn't insane.
Mm.
I mean, he was wrong, quote unquote, but he wasn't, unlike his brothers, he wasn't mad. He was just,
Yeah.
he just considered himself pragmatic.
Schemy boy.
Yeah.
So the answer is 30k Alfarius. Now, if you're saying I have to pick one in 40k, shit. The big question is, how do I want to die? I know for fact on fucking fact, I'm not picking Mortarion. It's
no.
not happening.
yeah, you're getting on the same planet as him, and your insurance bills
Yeah.
just
No.
double.
Sorry.
I don't want to
dying.
turn into. I don't want to turn up into. What as your Red likes to say, he folds you inside your own clothes. I don't want to do that.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'm not picking Fulgrim. It's not fucking happening.
Like,
Like
are we
Arthur
under
said
the
in the
assumption
last
that these
recording.
people like somewhat like you, or do they just like treat you as any other human?
Fuck knows. Your approximation. But I'm not picking Fulgrim because, like Arthur said in the last recording, which actually comes out next week, I'm not out with myself. So I guess I'm going to have to pick... Shit, you're dying anyway, right? You're dying, you're going insane. I'm going to pick Angron. I'm picking
I think
Angron.
Angron? Oh.
Yeah.
I guess he would just like freaking murder you quickly.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, he makes it quick. Right?
Can you do a cop out and just say Magnus like the nice shard?
Magnus, but the nice shard. I don't think. Well, he's
Magnus
kind of
would,
pretty
like,
sure.
I don't know. I feel like he would like probably accidentally kill you eventually because like he loves doing things wrong. just to make all the Thousand Sun fans mad.
In 40k though, hasn't he like regained the vast majority of his shards? So it's kind of
isn't he like more reasonable than most of them? I don't know for sure.
I think one of them's just on Terra, which he's not getting back.
Yeah,
because when you asked the question, I thought my mind immediately went to Magnus. I don't know how wrong I am about that. People could yell at me.
No, I don't think that's too bad a pick. The only problem with Magnus is less Magnus and more the Thousand Suns and what they like to do to normal people.
Yeah.
And that's just not great. It's not a good scene. But this is the thing. Yeah. Nurgle, Mortarion, is going to fold you inside your own clothes for all eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Fulgrim, Magnus is going to turn you into a warp monster. And Angron is going to smush you.
Or he might just forget about you.
He might just forget about you. If you say real fucking quiet, he might just not notice you there.
If you don't move, he might not be able to see you.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, I think I would be between Angron or Magnus.
Yeah.
I think you're right, though. Magnus would, like, horribly mutate you.
Yeah, it wouldn't be great.
Yeah.
What about you two?
It definitely wouldn't be Fulgrim. I would not want him.
No, fuck that.
I mean, look at my profile. Look at my character.
He's going angry. All right, we got another one.
I already have one option.
All right. We got another one. For
he would respect your hustle. He'd say, "You are a true world eater. Go eat worlds."
No, he'd squeeze me like a grape. But you know.
If we're going, I'm going to do what Tom did. If we're going to 30k, I'll probably pick Horus. He's a cool guy. Your sons are Horus. I don't think there's any records of him actively killing too many of them.
To be fair, pre-Chaos Horus was... I mean, he wasn't traitor.
He's a cool guy.
So it doesn't really apply, but pre-Chaos
Horus I was thinking of like
awesome.
The traitor versions of them.
No, it is the traitor versions. That's what they put, yeah.
I wouldn't want to be around traitor Horus.
Me neither. He's kind of crazy.
Very unstable.
Yeah. He would just talk about his daddy issues and I'd be cringing.
But, back on like the 40k side
what about
of it.
Lorgar, if you like were really religious, he might like you. If you like just talked about scriptures with him.
Mm-hmm. So it goes back to the episode tomorrow, doesn't it, Tom? Yes. Or
the episode tomorrow?
Episode from the one we did yesterday, the pre-recorded one with Arthur.
The episode next week.
Yeah, just try and stay alive as long as possible. Sit down, chill out.
Well, that's it, yeah.
40k, I mean, if we're going with longest survival, quotation survival, I'm going to pick Mortarion and just live my life as a poxwalker for a good while until I get horribly stomped on by something.
And then brought back to life as a very flat poxwalker. But you know what, buddy? You do you.
Hey, I'm keeping it true to the question. I'm not going easiest death. I'm going living the longest, which is the question.
Yeah, you will live the longest.
I guess that's true. I thought I took that differently. I thought it was like, who could you like tolerate the longest without going insane? Like if it's your roommate.
But with Angron, it's just a 50-50. Either you die the moment he sees you, or he forgets about you, and you don't see him for 10 years.
Yeah, he's like that roommate who's never home because he's out like killing shit.
Exactly. Just hide.
Wait, we all answered the question?
I think so.
I think we have.
I think so.
I've just yawned real bad, guys. We've got to draw this episode to a close. So
they should have made that question more interesting so we didn't fall asleep during it.
God damn it, Maxi, what are you doing?
Patron. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, whoever asked that question.
There you go, Maxi. Maxi's in mine and Aaron's Deathwatch group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to be hearing about that one.
Great person.
We're going to be hearing about that one on Thursday.
Be a fun time.
Never let that guy back on the show. I don't like him. KrakDuk, you're off.
Right. So, with that, I'd like to thank you once again, Devin, for coming on and joining us for this. By the time this video goes live, again, it is the 9th of June as this is recorded. It is going live on the 14th. You are at 24k subs right now as we're saying this. Should we quickly place bets at how many subs he'll be at when this goes live in like 5 days?
How many are you at right now?
He's at 24 right now, 24k.
34,100.
34,100. Oh, you literally just added the 5 days.
I'm not looking at Social Blade. You're looking at Social Blade.
I'm not looking at Social Blade. I tell you,
Social Blade told me I would be at like 5 million in like a few years. I'm like, no, that's not true. Social Blade's insane.
Tell you what, I reckon I'm going to go with 30. Oh, by the time we get to this bit next week, 30. We're at 34 now. Yeah, I'm going to say 30. I'm going to go on the safe side. I'm going to shoot a bit lower. I'm going to say 32.
I'll say 35.
I think that sounds reasonable.
That's the high baller. 35, 36, anywhere in that bracket, probably.
We're all going to be wrong, and he's going to be at like 45.
Yeah, it'll be like 40.
We're all going to be completely wrong.
Have you got any videos going live?
So it's really thematic. That'd be cute.
Oh god, you did the thing that we did. You just put up your 10K special.
Yeah, that was fun to do. Actually, I really liked interacting with the people like live.
Like 3 days ago, but it's like you're over 20K now. But we did the thing. We recorded our 1K because we.
Oh my god!
We went on a jump from 1K to 10K was not as spicy as yours, but to us at the time it was nuts because we were knuckle dragging for like several months, like below 100, and then we got to 1,000, and then the jump from 1,000 to 10,000 was just whoosh,
which is insane-o.
Yeah, I mean, not as insane as what you're doing. You are literally flying, man. You are
breaking the entire mold.
Yeah, I'm like honestly really surprised because when I started this, I was like, well, it's not going to really go anywhere, but it is fun to do.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm actually like getting some subs. I'm like, oh, nice.
You are, some subs is one way to describe it, yes. That is
definitely almost able to live off YouTube, and he's like, it's a couple subs.
I do like want to be like not braggy, and I want to be modest, but then also I feel like sometimes when you're like too modest, you seem like come off as a jerk, and I don't want to come off that way, So I'm like, oh man, how do I do this? Because I talked to my family too. I told them about this, and they always like show me off to my aunts and uncles, and like I have to talk about it. And I'm like, how do I come off like without seeming like braggart?
Yeah,
you can be very proud of yourself, sir. It's actually completely just mind-boggling.
Thank you.
It's great inspiration.
Thank you, I don't think anyone's had growth that speed in the community. I don't think anyone in this community has gone from 0 to 24 that fast.
Yeah,
I really don't think anyone's done
from
that fast.
This generation of YouTubers. Yeah. Like during COVID, there was a period of time where that was possible.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like in current time, this breaks the entire mold.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
It's terrifying. It's awesome, but I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes, man. Like completely, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for the future of the channel. If it grows fast enough, I could just not go to grad school.
Yeah. Listen, man, I can't wait till you turn up in the Lamborghini.
Oh yeah. I'll turn up to Astartes Anonymous Studios in my Lambo.
Yeah, fucking A, 100%. Right, and with that, so, yes, once again, thank you very much, KrakDuk, a.k.a. Devin, for joining, and thank you again, Alex, for joining us for this too. If you, as per the outro, before the Patron Questions section, if you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing, take a look at the Patron, all that good stuff. Jump on in our Discord, harass Aaron, ping Aaron, just annoy Aaron. It's all good.
Bully Aaron.
And we will see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.